残酷な天使のように少年よ神話になれ青い風が今胸のドアを叩いても私だけをただ見つめて微笑んでるあなたそっとくれるもの求めることに夢中で運命さえまだ知らない痛いけな瞳だけどいつか気づくでしょうその背中には未来目指すための羽があること残酷な天使の手で窓辺からやがて飛び立つほとばしる熱いパトスで思い出を裏切るならこの空を抱いて輝く少年よ神話になれ
Hey guys, it's your Pontiff, Archibald Chesterfield III, AC3, beaming to you live from the ArchieLuxury studio. How are you punters today? How are the punters today? Guys, what can I say? What can I do? What is going on with you guys? Hello, Timmy.
Archie, how are you doing?
We had some financial problems yesterday. It was all about the money. She wants moolah.
She
Cat.
wants the money now.
Stop.
She wants it now.
What I did yesterday was my Patreon came through and I sent that to Timbo. I sent my money to Timbo. Does that help, Timbo?
That
or
was
it doesn't
huge, Archie. That was huge. Because I'm gonna withdraw all that money that you sent yesterday
and give her the
to
bucks. Give her the bucks and say, hey, that Archie, he got a bit upset. You should just. She was nasty. What happened? Why was she so mean to me? Please tell me.
Yeah, it might have something to do with something that you said. I don't know. I don't know what it is.
Was she watching the stream in her room?
She was. Yeah, she was.
Oh, fuck.
Nah, I know.
I didn't know she was watching, man. I thought she was pissed off. Just
I know.
What the hell happened, man?
She was not happy. But you know what I did? I had a brilliant idea. I got her ice cream and I took her to see Top Gun and she loved it. So that kind of saved.
Charles, how are you, Charles?
Hey, Charles. Is this
Who is
Aaron's
Charles?
boyfriend?
Do you know who he is?
No, is this Aaron's boyfriend?
I'm good, thank you.
Hey, how you going, man? Talk to us. What do you do? What watches you got? Whereabouts are you? Tell us about yourself.
Lunch. Talk to Charles.
Where is
I don't
Charles?
think he's real large.
I'm like a.
I think this is Aaron's boyfriend.
I'm into like Oris and stuff.
What's wrong with Oris? I love Oris. Oris has got. You know, I don't hate Oris because Oris doesn't pretend to be Patek Philippe. Oris is Oris. What's wrong with Oris? Big crown? The big crown. That's the famous model in Oris. I think. Hello? ABC, help me. ABC. I'm thinking fast, ABC. ABC, help me. ABC.
Yeah. I'm good. How are you?
I don't think he knows he's on the show, Archie.
Oh.
He doesn't realize he's on the show.
I think he's hearing the YouTube stream, which is why there's that time delay.
Yeah, he's not listening to us. He's listening
is that
to
Milk?
us in 30
Haven't
seconds
seen
in the
him
future.
in a movie since the 90s. Who was Milk?
Yeah.
Okay, this is the guy who protects our nuclear power plants.
Yeah.
You know that?
How's the bomber going?
the Nathan.
Roger,
the nation-
Roger, Roger.
Roger out.
Hello. He's completely. He's oh man. Aaron's
Street
Speak.
Soviet
Aaron's
MiGs
boyfriend.
coming full
Aaron's
steam
boyfriend, everybody.
towards London. Advise.
That's a good one, Tim.
I don't know what to
So
say.
should we call him Eric? If he's Erin's boyfriend, call
Yeah,
him
Eric.
Eric.
Hello, Eric. How are you doing? Wow, man, he has no idea what he's doing. I mean, he's just completely lost. I mean,
Completely.
Oh dear.
it's completely hopeless, guys. Completely hopeless. I mean, look
What's going
at
on,
it.
man? Hey, man.
Absolutely.
Hey,
zero
man.
clue.
It's Trapper John. Hello, Trapper.
Anyone in there? Hello.
Okay. So Timbo.
Yep.
So what I'm
dear.
gonna do is I'm just doing a conversion on that money I sent you, Timbo.
Yep.
Okay. 330 pounds, 330 US, right?
Yep. Was that
That's
translate
equal to $457.
That's a big chunk. That's a big chunk.
Yeah, well, I said to you I was good for it. There's no problems. I'm not going to rip
No,
you
no.
off,
Hey, I was
Timbo.
never worried. I was never worried to begin with.
I tell you what, that was really clever. Getting roommate to get so angry about money. I thought, fuck, I better pay the poor man.
Oh, I'm sorry, Archie. Archie, you didn't have to do
You had-
it. But...
That's a good.
Arch, can I
showcase.
quote our good Irish friend and say, "Get this guy off, boot him off."
Boot him. You should boot him. I'm sorry. He's gone. Okay. Here we go. We've got a few super chats coming in fast and furious now. Showcase
Fast and
watches, £1.80.
furious.
Wasn't this guy in Deliverance? Where's the banjo? And we've got another one from PG, $2. Pull up the movie Milk.
What's the? Oh, no. He's got a correction. PG $2. Sorry, I meant powder. Powder in movie. It was powder.
Powder. Ah, yes. Yes. You know what we're talking about, don't you?
What is he talking about? What is that?
Okay,
What is
so this was a
powder?
movie. I never seen this movie, right?
Uh-huh. Mm-hmm.
Share screen. Here we go. This is this is the guy. That's him. Powder, that's him.
Oh!
Yeah.
How did he get trapped in our universe?
I don't know. Now, Timbo.
First
Timbo,
Aaron, now Eric. It's weird.
Timbo. I've just out of interest there, Timbo.
Mhm.
It's I'm just trying to pay you money because
Yeah.
that way there we can keep relations going well. What do you think?
Mhm.
Does it help? Does money help you or not?
Oh yeah. Arch. Because
And that
I'm
is your
still-
money. That's for money from working. You could say to her, look,
Yeah.
this YouTube is not as crap as you think.
Yeah.
I just got some money and Archie's paid me.
Exactly. Money's coming in. It's dripping in. It's all cool. It's all cool. Yeah, and you know
It
what?
helps,
She was really
doesn't it?
Oh, it does.
Sorry?
And she was really pissed off because I had that I'm buying tickets to Australia.
Yeah, but you
and I
got to
had
tell her
that-
it's a deduction for your business, man.
Yeah, and I she was like, "Oh, this is how you're gonna spend all the money now to go to Australia, $1,700."
No, but that's a tax deduction. You
know.
understand?
She doesn't see it that way. She doesn't. See
But it doesn't matter what she sees it as. I'm just
Yeah.
working out. I owe you now, Timbo, $410. Because, okay,
Cool.
that's still a big chunk of money I owe
That's
you.
huge, Arch. I wasn't expecting that.
No,
I
but
woke
that's
up
the
with
way
a
that-
massive PayPal. I was like, "What the fuck? What is this?" And I saw it was from you. I was like, "Oh shit! What the hell did I?"
Yeah, because well, that's what you do. You do work, you get paid. That's how.
Yeah.
That's how it is, Timbo. It's called
that
free
was really cool.
enterprise. Okay.
That was really
It's a
cool.
really cool concept, you know.
Link for showcase. Link.
Oh yes, get Showcase on there now. Please do. Please put the link. I love him. He's I'm just sending you now,
link.
Timbo, a spreadsheet. I've just sent
Mhm.
it to you on WhatsApp. Just shows you the payments. and all the work you've done.
So cool.
I might get you to do some work this week for me, Timbo.
Hey,
You know,
perfect.
because
I'm
let's
desperate
face
for
it,
work.
I think one thing that was said that I think is true. I think sometimes you got to take a day off. I do think.
Yeah.
You need.
That's
to
kind of
take...
what I felt like I did today. I was gonna go to Phillips auction, but instead we went and we saw the movie, took a nice walk. You know, it
Did
was
she like
great.
it?
She loved it. She loved it. She said it was amazing.
She said that. Did you
Yeah.
get good makeup?
Hey,
Fun in
well,
the
look, she
bedroom.
made a dinner for me. Look at this.
Holy shit!
It's amazing,
She
right?
made.
Yeah.
You didn't have to buy it either, Tim.
Yeah, it's amazing.
Danny Boy's here. Hello, Danny Boy.
Who's Danny Boy? Oh,
Why not?
Danny.
Hey, here we
Hey,
go. We
Danny.
got satin gray Tesla, $10.
Wow.
What's your opinion on Grand Seiko these days? I'm thinking of ordering a Skyflake. Maybe I even trade my Explorer 114270 for it. I know you guys will love that. Look, I've never hated I've never hated Grand Seiko. I think Grand Seiko makes
Quartz
some amazing.
shitter.
I wouldn't be
But the
trading
thing-
a fucking.
I wouldn't be getting out of
Explorer
Rolex.
1.
You don't sell
Yeah.
Rolex. Don't ever sell Rolex.
Quartz
Yeah, what-
shitter. That's what I think of Grand Seiko.
No. Not Grand. Not all of them are quartz. Some of them are
This is
mechanical.
spring drive.
Hey, we got some super chats coming in super fast here. Look who's coming in here. Okay, next one we've got is Michael Deitch, $5. Thoughts on the Navitimer Cosmonaut? Just another space watch. Do we care about Breitling anymore?
No,
Yes.
The only
we-
thing is, Breitling's a great brand, but
Super Ocean's a great watch.
the only problem I have with the Cosmonaut, it's in 24-hour time. A lot of people, it's a bit hard to read that. That's the only negative I would have for that, is that it is actually pretty damn hard to read. CB! This is a legend. CB's a legend. $5. Archie is a man to trust, not like some Latin lover musician.
Oh!
Ooh.
Welcome back, CB.
Welcome
CB
back,
was
CB.
in some country without the internet, Arch. That's why he was missing
Interweb,
in action for so
interweb.
long.
Actually, he sent me a few photos of his collection. We can show you some CB collection if you'd like, as long
would
as he
be
says
cool.
it's okay.
Yeah.
Showcase watches, £4.50. You've been sold a lie, Timmy. You work for Arch and get paid. I believed your retirement shtick. Honest, I don't think it was BS at all. Shock, horror. You know
No,
what?
it's not
I've
work.
done
It's
some
a hobby.
computer repairs for my dad lately. Fuck, it's like pulling teeth. The internet drops out. His cable dropped out. I'm trying to explain the cable and the internet are two different things.
Oh God, it's a disaster.
Why doesn't he use Wi-Fi?
That's what he doesn't like streaming. I know. Why doesn't he use streaming services? Yes, but he's got any. It's a long story. They're changing his cable over this week, actually. But anyhow, it failed beforehand, and he had to get it. He needs it.
You
Why
missed
isn't
this
it
one.
working? Dirk Diggler, $2. That food is poison. No. I think maybe Tim.
She actually
Maybe
poisoned
the
me
problem-
the first time. The first
Maybe
time
she just
ever
wanted some
cooked for me, she
attention from you.
poisoned
She
me.
wanted to go and see a movie. This is it, Tim.
Maybe that's it. Maybe that's how she gets her attention.
Because that's
You
what she
tricked me.
wants is attention. She wants to go to the movie as a husband and wife. That's not. You can't hate her for that, ABC.
But why
can
can't she
you?
ask me to go to the movie? Why she has to
Because
say
she
that she's
doesn't
leaving?
do that. That's not
Oh,
the way they
God.
think. It's past. You
Complicated.
know what I mean?
It's hard. Archie.
CB,
Yeah.
$5. You can show nobody is watching anyway. Do you want to see some of CB's watches, guys? This is
Let's take a look
the
at some
stuff
watches, guys.
of
Wait, this is not a
legends.
watch show. This is drama.
Yeah, Tim's drama. We love it.
Okay, so I'll show you some of the pieces that he's got. He's just picked up an MB&F. Now, how do you feel about MB&F? To me,
I
I've
like
never
the
really
three-handed.
had.
The three-handed.
I never had much interest in it because a lot of it is so unaffordable. Let's just bring this up. This is one he's just picked up. You tell me. I want to hear the panels. What do you think of this watch? Showcase watches.
Oh fuck, perpetual.
£1.80. Can you taste ras poison? What's it like? Thank you.
It's good. It's delicious. I haven't declared.
That's fucking horrible. That.
Now, do you know how much this is?
It's like 150,000.
It don't matter. It's still horrible.
Ooh. We got your friend Jiro Pow is on. Hello, Jiro Pow.
Hey Jira, how's the war going?
Hello?
Hello?
He's okay. This watch here, yeah, how did you know the price, Timmy?
No, because I like MB&F. It's a cool brand.
Satin Grey Tesla $2. When can we expect a Theo and Harris collaboration? Yeah, look, I don't really. I'm nothing. I like Theo and Harris. He's a cool guy. Look, just this watch here, 160 Swiss francs. What's that?
Yep.
That's a fuck load of money. I'll
Yep.
just work it out for you. 160.
117.
Yeah,
You like that?
170,000.
That's about the money that there.
Yeah, 166,000 Swiss francs. Holy fuck, that's expensive. Perpetual calendar. Fuck. I must admit, I love that bluey grey. It's that petrol bluey grey. Do you see that?
It's green, I think. Kind of
Satin
greenish.
grey Tesla, $2. Wait, oh, we're working. We've done that one. And next one here we've got is Giorgio the chef, $2. Get that garbage off the screen. PG, $5. Did I miss the memo? Our links for Down syndrome guests today. Thank you. Hello, Jero. Hello, Jero. Hello, Jero. Oh, don't know what's happening there.
Yeah, internet.
So,
is
what do you
hard
think of this,
nowadays.
Timmy? What do you think? What do you think?
It's freaking. Look,
It's an
I wouldn't be
amazing
buying
watch. It's an
perpetual,
amazing.
but
Yeah, I wouldn't be, but you know what?
Yeah.
It is amazing.
fucking
It's
beautiful.
ABC,
you
what
know-
do you think? Oh, ABC fell out. Where did he go?
I don't know.
Danny boy, what do you think, Danny?
Horrible. It's
Okay.
just looks like some a robot would wear. It's nah.
Yeah, no, that's kind of the that's the
You know,
that's
the
the
picture
charm.
doesn't give this watch justice because you can't see that balance wheel go back and forth in the center.
think
Yeah.
Because that's moving. It gyrates. It looks really cool.
To me, if it had just a flat dial on it, I think it looked nice. But I'm not into these skeletonized sort of stuff.
See, he's got such amazing shit. Eventually, you think, I want something amazing, you know?
Eventually, you want some excitement in your life.
Speaking of which, the Clooney's in. Clooney's in the house. How are you?
I just wonder if you misplaced the memo about that gay Trump guy, that Gero. I don't know.
Hey, we had to use that to get you on, Bear. Thank you for
I
coming.
was just wondering
there.
if you
We had to
misplaced the
poke the
memo.
bear. We had to poke the bear.
Is that how you poke the bear? Okay, fair
Yes.
enough. Fair enough.
Loose
I don't wanna. I
$2.
don't wanna see
Why
that fucking
always
pig on that
chew
fucking
in
channel.
microphone. Sorry, Bear.
I don't want to see him on this channel. Okay.
Bear. For whenever you're here, he's not going to be here.
No. That's not the deal. I made it very clear. He's not going to come on this channel. Ever.
As you're in charge of HR,
Arch, just
Bear,
replace the post-it
we
note.
gotta listen
no
to you,
Jira
Bear.
Pal.
That's fine. No problem.
Replace
Ever.
the
Done.
note. The
Ever.
Whatever you want,
Replace
Bear.
the post-it.
Bear, you bring in the bucks. That's all I care about. Okay.
Anyway,
this MB&F. What do you think, Bear?
very
I'll be right back.
expensive toy. Very expensive toy.
You know who this belongs to, don't you?
Yeah, it's the CB. That's the CB.
Do you want me to show you some more of his collection?
Listen, when you have amazing collection, then you get into toys like this. This is mechanical, amazing mechanical product. And I think I would love to have something like this. That's the next level, right?
Now let me show you his collection. You might say, "Oh, why doesn't he get this? Why doesn't he get that?" Look at this, Bear.
Right.
What do you think? Fuck.
Yeah,
No?
this is some. Yeah, no, fantastic. Pigeons and I mean, MB&F and Platinum, Day
Look at
Date,
that.
and
Look at the
it's just
Patek 5905 Platinum
a
Day Date with
very,
baguette
very
diamonds.
powerful, very powerful collection. No question about it. Yet it's not hyped collection. I mean, okay, you can call Platinum Daytona hyped. You can call the Royal Oak hyped. I understand that, but I don't think that's the way he actually thinks. And this is just a small part of
$20
it.
SLC watch collector. Is that Mercedes SLC watch collector? $20. Thoughts on the Lange Saxonia Moon Phase pink gold? Pull it up, Arch. Pull it up, Arch.
Yeah, for that type of super chat, you should definitely pull it up. No
Pull it up,
question about it.
Timmy. By the way, Bear, I just sent Timmy $457 off my debt. You know what happened? He took the wife out to see the Top Gun movie yesterday. Everything, they're happy again. I think she wanted attention, Bear.
Listen, I don't think this issue will be resolved with one movie. I don't think this is something they
She
need
wants
to figure
attention.
out.
She wants attention.
We don't know what she wants. You don't know what she wants.
Who knows? Do you know what women want? Jesus, Bear.
Impossible
Would
to
I
know.
be doing super chats for $2 if I knew what women want?
No,
Fuck
of course
me dead,
not. Of
Bear.
course not. Of
Fuck
course not.
me dead, Bear.
But listen, it's a good thing, right? Every positive day, every positive experience is a good thing.
That's
Now, just
lovely,
take
that.
that super chat down. Fucking hell. I think that's beautiful. What do you think, Bear?
I would never buy a watch like this. I can appreciate it from the distance,
Why
but
would
I'm
you
not
never buy a watch like this? You buy that stupid fucking burgundy IWC, but why wouldn't you buy one of
Burgundy.
these?
I actually like my burgundy IWC. You really don't like it? I'm feeling hurt.
I'd rather have this
Aw.
fucking Lange.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm not now. I'm kind of feeling down. I love that watch. I always
Aw.
thought my Pontiff. You actually said you loved that watch, and then you changed your
Super
mind. You
chat.
want to hurt
Yeah,
me?
but the Lange's so much better.
Why are you so passive
Quickly, read this
aggressive?
super
You're
chat.
like a woman. What's wrong with you, man? You're hurting me.
Because Lange is in Germany. IWC is in the Saxonia, the German-speaking part.
Schaffhausen. Listen, it's a beautiful watch. It's a dress watch. I'm not a good judge of it, okay? I think it's beautiful, but you are the guy that looks at this and can give actually fair
You know, the only
assessment.
flaw that this watch has is
amazing.
that when it has those beginning dates like 9, 1, 2, 3, 4 until 10, is that there's nothing on the left side, so it kind of feels a little bit lopsided. But you know, it doesn't say.
Well, it has zero. Normally it says
no,
zero.
It doesn't have a zero. It just has a blank, so it kind of
Okay.
feels a little.
Yeah,
bit...
these watches don't do shit.
Dirk Diggler, $2. Did someone say toys? I am Q and have 5 of these.
That's right.
CB.
CB,
Holy
thank you
shit.
for your kind opinion. Let me
You
show
see,
you.
CB is a wealthy man that's not annoying. That's the wealthy man that's not annoying. I was fucking losing my mind on Tim Wright's stream. There's this
Oh, what
fucking
happened?
Q Asian guy, okay?
Oh,
who
he's got those
literally-
stupid fucking toys. I mean,
Oh, not
between
just
you and
that,
me, Bear.
but every sentence starts like if you ask him, okay, so what do you think about this Daytona or whatever? Oh, I have 3 Daytonas and the 4th one is coming and this one is like, why can't you just answer the question, how do you and what do you think about this Daytona?
You
And then
don't
he starts
understand,
this
Bear.
fucking,
He's
the staging shit, and then, I give you advice and this and that. Like, fucking, you marry into money, your daddy gave you money, and now you fucking lecturing everyone. Like, go fuck yourself. Honestly, did he ever give you a penny, Timmy? A penny?
I mean, look, he super chatted a couple times.
I seen him super chat like a $5, okay.
Well, he super
Once,
chatted
maybe.
$20. $20.
Okay. Well, anyway, if he wants to come to this channel and flex, we require $25 entry fee.
Let me show
Mm.
you something, Bear. Let me show you something.
Show something.
I'm just going to bring up another image of. This is my good friend. Can I just do one
See,
quick
Archie,
flex,
you
Bear?
are everyday millionaire. You don't flex the money.
There we go.
No,
There we go.
no flexing
Bear.
here.
How's that?
Nothing to
Flexing, Bear.
flex.
Okay, yeah, that's his thing too. I don't understand.
No,
you
I'd
guys.
like
To
to
be very
sell some
honest
of
with
these,
you,
guys. If anyone's interested in any of these, please email me at ArchieLuxury72 at
Mhm. There you
gmail.com.
go.
I want to pump and dump. I want to dump, Bear. I
Pump.
want to get rid of them, Bear. I want to get out, Bear.
You want to
I'm
pump and
playing
dump,
this
Arch? You
stupid
want to
game.
pump and dump.
I want to get
Yeah.
out of them, Bear. Now,
Right.
Why do
let
you
me
want to
show
get out
you
of them?
something. I want to show you something, Bear.
You find a
This
new
is-
hobby.
I got to tell you, Bear,
Super chat.
seriously. Super chat. I got to show you a super piece. I want to show you something amazing for the Bear.
Mhm.
We got a super chat. Charles Owen, $2. Thanks for kicking me. I deserved it. Stay arrogant. Who's that?
I think that's
The
a
guy that
guy
ran
you
earlier.
kicked off yesterday, right?
Oh, maybe that's the
Uh,
bald guy that had no idea what was going on.
Yeah. Anyhow, you can welcome back on anytime. Don't worry about that.
Why would you
always-
kick him off? What did he do?
He didn't know what was happening. He was on the stream, but he was
Well, that's
lost
your daily
completely.
appearance on this show. You don't know what the
Yeah.
fuck is happening most of the time.
Bear, what do you think of this? Tell
Yeah.
me this, Bear.
Let me look here. Yeah.
Chapin down in
Yeah,
the
but
corner.
that's
See, I
that's,
much prefer the Langy
that's a
one.
CB too. That's
over
a CB
Sexology.
as well.
Yeah, I quite
I
like the
recognize his
AP Royal
watches.
Oak. Is it the navy themes? He's got the blank pane in rose
Do you
gold.
know? Do you know what screams at me here? What I really love is that that
JLC.
Speedy. No, the Platinum Speedy with meteorite subdials. I really love that.
Where's that?
And I mean, I love
Oh,
everything
the
here.
platinum one. What about
Yeah.
the gold? I can't get my eyes off the
Oh,
1969 reissue.
it's awesome. It's awesome. And then you have the Prince. Same Prince as mine, which makes me happy.
Oh, you have a Prince.
He does.
Yeah, fucking, this is like a 17th time, I tell you, and 17th time you act surprised.
We can't put him on there. Just got Giro coming on, Bear. Have you got a message for Giro? He's in the back room.
To go fuck himself.
There you go.
Yeah, go
There we go.
fucking
Sorry,
fuck
Giro.
off.
We tried our best. Bear doesn't like you. He's my HR man.
Yeah, go fuck off.
See, Bear, you do have power. You said to me, "Hey, tell this guy to fuck off." I got no. You
Okay,
bring so much.
don't highlight. This is a fucking first time in a long time. Seriously, like, fuck, I let you have your fucking dog fuck. Let you have your fucking urinating lawyer. Like, come on, man. Fucking let me.
Let
Allow
me let you
one.
have some fucking wins. You need a few wins, don't
Yeah,
you?
Yeah.
fuck off. Like, seriously. But anyway, yeah, this is, and you know what? Like, having a plot prof that's also so freaking fantastic. This guy enjoys watches. You can just tell. It's a story after story. It's
I
a
love
really...
CB. I love him, Bear. I really do love this man. You know, he's also my friend. He spends a lot of time talking to me in WhatsApp.
Yeah, I
giving
know
me
that. But
advice.
you love the Jamie Opulence too, and see what the fuck happened there.
Actually,
He was
I did
actually-
contact. I did contact Jamie.
Yeah, Timmy actually told me a story yesterday on the live stream. We were kind of chatting, and he said, "You know, Bear, he really fucking loves him, man. He really says such a nice things about him behind the scene. It's not a shtick and everything, and he fucking betrays him over fucking stupidest shit you can imagine. Jonathan fucking asshole. Like, he literally got to know Jonathan in one live stream, chatting with him, and he was willing to betray the whole friendship over that.
I know, Bear. It's fucking letdown, isn't it?
It's bizarre.
Yeah.
It's not even a letdown. It's like, what the fuck? How much of the value did you put on your friendship? Because, in all honesty, he wasn't your big supporter. Like, I didn't see a lot of money coming from him. He basically spent money on ugly globes.
He wasn't
fucking
CB. Okay,
Yeah,
let's
he wasn't
put it
fucking
this way.
CB, that's for sure. He just had a friendship, right? And you liked him beyond the money.
Yes.
Hey?
Yeah, I did. I did like him. Yes.
Right. So
Oh,
that
went
kind of
wrong.
always
But
confused me.
what I found to be really ironic is when like Jamie was explaining that the reason he no longer likes Archie because Archie said something nice to him. He's like, oh, there's no way Archie can like me this much, and that's why I will never super chat him before, as if he was super chatting like crazy
Yeah,
amounts of money
that's the
before.
part, like he acts like the guy's a fuck. He's like literally, he doesn't even. He's not. He's like a big fucking
It was just really
baby,
weird.
like
The
a
whole
humongous,
experience was just
like a giant baby dressed as an adult. Like honest to God, giant baby. You know the baby food with the what's a fucking Gerber
Big
baby, right?
diapers. Yes,
You
yes.
just kind of make him really really big, and then you dress him as a fucking supposedly a guy. And like, fuck off with your fucking, such a fucking cockhold, man. I tell you, Timmy, never be a cockhold. Never be a fucking douchebag that sucks up to wife, okay? That's not good, man. Just be a man, okay? Guys, listen and read Jordan Peterson, okay? Be a fucking man, not a
look.
fucking
I
girl.
mean, I
Super
wouldn't say
chat,
Jordan
right?
Peterson is a man's man, but okay.
I love Jordan Peterson.
Of course you do, because you're a real
See,
man.
he had a complete mental breakdown. He quit.
Yeah.
he
So
quit-
what? We
he-
all
he
we all
quit
have
Hey,
betting.
it
problems.
happens to the best, man.
Just
What does that
saying,
mean?
just saying.
I think that just shows
Hey,
he
hey, we got a super chat from CB.
Super
Arch.
chat from
Let's see.
CB,
Super
bro.
chat.
CB $20. I sent you another picture, but not your favorite. Let's have a look
Ooh.
here. He sent me another
We have a
picture.
Neo super chat.
We've got a Neo super chat. Now this is actually quite an interesting photo here.
Yeah, let's see. I tell you, he's interesting. His collection is not boring and predictable. It's actually interesting. I love
Neo
seeing these people.
$5. Higgins was willing to change Jamie's dirty diaper. Did any of you rise to the occasion?
No, true. No.
And Ed Venus G $2. Bear, stop swearing. It's a luxury channel.
Okay. My apologies. You're right. It is a bit of a luxury
Oh,
channel.
by the
for
way,
sure.
there, Bear, just out of interest, Giro Powell says many people are not happy with you, Bear. You're about to lose big donations over Bear. See what will happen.
Yeah, Jero, no problem. Okay, that's cool, man. If you actually super chat $50, you can come on the live stream. How's that? Show us the big bucks, okay?
CB $10. Not my favorite. Let me show you CB's. I want to show you this picture here. Da 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 da. There's a few hype watchers, Bear.
That's
Holy
okay. Nothing
shit.
wrong with that. Hey, he's got
John Mayer. He's got the peacock. He's got the panda. He's got the James Cameron, the Hulk, the Pepsi. He's got the root beer, except the root beer is solid gold. And a Moser.
Holy shit.
Yeah, can you pick up these super chats, by the way?
Chat,
Just so.
Showcase watches £4.50. I thought Bear's balls had dropped off last week when Log Trainer Drainer was welcome on. Nice to see you yourself again, Bear. Welcome
Aw.
back to Alpha Life. And Shalong Johnson,
Thank you,
$10.
James.
Will history remember O'Sheen as the Magellan of unraveling the mystery of quantifiable love?
Holy
Ooh.
shit, Archie, you read this so well. I'm impressed. Very good job. Very good job. Apparently, he put OC sent me a link and said he put some really, really good video. I asked him, is it long? He said, well, it's about half an hour. I told him to fuck off. I'm going to fucking waste half an hour watching his jerk off. But people are saying it's a really good video. So I don't know if anyone's seen it or anything.
Supposed to be a good video.
Pardon?
Supposed to be a good video.
Did you watch it?
The snake is in the house.
Hey, Mikey. Is that real
Nick,
snake or-
Mikey. Hi, Mikey.
Here we go. Neo, $5. Do we get a David SW discount if we mention you? Serious question.
Yes.
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 I was just
How's the bike going, Mike?
oh, it's going great. It's going great. I was just listening though, and it was funny before I got on. Archie, read the super chat, and Bear commended him, and I was thinking, well, we should get some little gold stars for Archie.
Yes, yes, like
So when he
like
when
in
he
a
when
in a
he
school when
properly
you're
reads
good. Yeah.
when he properly reads a super chat, he gets a gold star and put it on a board.
Aw.
Excellent idea, Mikey. Love that.
Yeah.
Love that. Love
I
that.
love you, Archie.
Thank you, Bear. Thank you, Snake. We love you too, Snakey.
I really do, man. I know that I'm joking on you, but
No. We really love you, Snake. I'm really happy. I hope the foot's getting better. The foot.
Oh,
The foot.
the foot is fantastic. It is so much better than I totally
Good news.
had imagined it was going to go. Because my ankles are bad, okay, and I just shit down there does not heal. There's and it's healing. It's fucking. I'm wearing my compression socks, no bandages, no nothing. It's like nothing happened. It doesn't hurt. It's actually starting to itch now a little bit, which is an indication of
Healing.
healing. And yeah, it's fucking great. And I've been taking the bike out for rides. I modified the tailpiece so that I can swing my leg over the back because it made the back taller, and the bike's really tall. It's a really
It
high
doesn't.
bike.
It doesn't look that tall, but I can. Yeah, it's hard to tell when you're just standing next to it. It's yeah.
I'm 6 foot and I'm tippy toeing.
Oh
Fuck.
wow!
Is
Wow.
it heavy? It's not a heavy bike, but is it?
It's not that heavy. It's not like but it is heavy. It's an 1100.
Okay.
You know, it's
Yep,
such a
yep,
large
yep.
CC bike. It's not a 650 or a 400. But yeah, it's just a big tall bike. Now they do make a new seat that is lower, that sits you lower, but that still
Are you
doesn't
going to
help
get
you.
that?
No, I'm gonna do my own. I do my own upholstery.
Okay.
Oh, and guess what else I got?
What's
What
that?
did you get?
You know what a lathe is?
Yes.
What, you going to say root beer?
I just got myself a nice wood lathe.
Wow. Beautiful.
What do you? I don't know what. What is the? What did you say? Lathe?
A lathe.
That's a thing. That's a special machine to turn wood in that there. You know, you can do
Yeah,
work. It rotates. You know, they
Okay.
make those bowls out of
use-
on a
use
lathe.
one-
You know, that
use
sort of
a-
shit.
Use a
Okay.
metal lathe to make gun barrels, right?
Okay.
You know, but for a wood lathe, you can make bowls, you can make urns, you can make plates.
Are you gonna
can
make a wooden leg for yourself, Mikey? I don't get it.
Yeah, probably, when the time comes. When the time comes, you bet.
Ha 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 ha
Mm.
I can also make wooden clubs.
ha. You know what
but-
I'm gonna do, Bear?
Tell me.
I'm gonna start now paying off my solar. I'm down to 2,500, 227 on solar. I might
You
Get
still
rid
want
of
money
that.
for that, solar?
there. Yes, I do. Okay.
How much was the? How much did you get for it? How much did you borrow on that?
15,000. Hey, we've got
that's not too
Jamie's
bad.
on. Hello, he wants to
Yeah,
talk to you, Bear.
I don't appreciate you calling me a baby. You're the
Hey, Jamie.
fucking baby, alright? So just fuck off, alright? Fuck off.
No, that's not that good. Jamie could never say that. No. No, it's a fail. Sorry, man.
Then boot me off then.
No, I don't think we want to boot you up, but fuck, that doesn't even sound. It more sounds. How does it tell me? No, man. The voice is too deep.
Here we go.
Aggressive.
Sam, 2 pounds. Tried on a Black Bay Pro. It's a fat, ugly furker.
Oof.
Huh? I heard somebody say it was a cracker. So
I'm getting it, so fuck me dead. I mean, hey.
Yeah,
I don't know.
Paul Thorpe said it was a real cracker. He said he liked it.
Dirk Diggler, $2. Mike, I worry for you. You should get 3-wheel motorcycle.
Oh God! You know we
Have you
had
seen
those
those
three-wheelers.
3-wheelers? That's
Oh,
very
they look
trendy now.
They look
They
so
outlawed
nerdy.
those. They outlawed those when they came
Why?
out. When I was
Why?
a kid, because
Why?
the first thing you do when you turn too fast is they roll right over on you. And so then they made the four-wheelers, the off-road four-wheelers that you ride like a motorcycle. But they started out as three-wheelers, and they were just so fucking dangerous. After about 4 or 5 years, they just stopped making them altogether, and all the companies just made four-wheelers, and they had four wheels. And now they race those all day long off road. Right. They'll have a dirt bike race, and then they'll have a
Have you seen
four-wheeler
those
race.
motorcycles? 2 wheels at the front, 1 at the back.
Yeah. They're basically snowmobiles. One company is basically it's a snowmobile, but the with wheels in the front instead of skis. And in the
GT,
drive,
£5. Has Mike got his root beer yet? I've just got a new weird lathe. Freaky.
Okay.
you know what? I'm probably never going to get that root beer, and I've already resided to that fact. I don't even care.
Good for you, Mikey. Fuck the root beer. It's
I
not
went and got the
necessary.
bike. I went and got the bike, and I'm riding it. You know how much fun
You're having
I'm
more
on
fun
that
than a
thing?
watch, aren't you?
I
Is the
bet.
bike much
Oh,
more
well,
fun than a
actually, I
watch?
have to take the watch off, but I destroyed my first Rolex in my Rolex in crash,
Submariner.
or yeah, my first Submariner when I crashed this same exact model and year bike in 2012. I just destroyed my Rolex in the crash, and so now I don't wear watches when I ride.
100%. Good idea.
And so I've been riding every day, so my poor watch has been sitting in my drawer. I haven't even
Mikey,
put it
you
on.
got
in a
you
couple
got a
days.
you got a solid collection of watches to begin.
I have four
It's
nice watches.
a solid collection. Okay, you got a bike, you got a solid collection of the watches.
He's got a lovely BMW as well.
Right. Fuck, man, you're okay.
Listen, I'm not moaning. I'm not complaining.
You just
you don't hear me crying. I'm
no.
not. I've never complained. I've never said, "Oh, my life."
This is
will be
primarily what
complete."
Archie does. Archie pretty much complains every day, and it's all gone pear shaped, and it's all bad. And Archie's got the toughest life of all of us. It's not easy being Archie. You have a super chat from Dirk Diggler.
Dirk Diggler, $2. Mike's put some training wheels on the bike.
Yeah.
Danny boy, what's happening, Danny boy?
Yeah, why do you never wear your Pateks anymore, you?
Well, I do for special occasions. I write them up in my diary. By the way, Bear, I had another diary entry there, Bear.
Nice. Can we see the glance of it? Can you show us?
Yeah.
I love that.
Yeah, I've been trying to add
That I love. I think this is actually such a cool idea. To be very honest with you. Plus,
yeah, every time I wear the Paddocks, I do that. Angelic Slayer, $3. Mike, what 600cc bike should I get?
What kind of riding are you gonna do?
That's a good question.
It depends on what kind of riding he wants to do. If it's just purely a street bike, there's a number of bikes from a lot of Japanese companies. There's
He says road, just a road, street bike.
There's like the Ninja, there's the Kawasaki, there's the Yamaha, R2. Those are all sport bikes.
I'll show you, Bear. Look at this. Now I've also learned to cut the coaster. See, I'm using a CNC machine to cut the coaster.
Very nice.
I do that.
Nice.
So
nice.
I wore my annual calendar. I said there, 31st of May. That was last week, wasn't it?
Yes.
31st of May. It was windy, but such a clear blue sky. It had been a savage, wet few weeks. Finally, clear sky. The PayPal was empty. The bank account low. I did a live stream appeal, and I received a few donations, and off we go. If I had not worn the 5035 in such a long time. I only set the time. Forget the day, date, month. Just set the thing and wind and wear. Such a beautiful watch. The brown strap was a perfect match to my Lloyd shoes. Meal was fantastic. Beer amazing. A pleasant drive in the BMW. A great time with my wife and my Patek 5035.
That's
There you go.
beautiful.
That's it. How's that?
Very nice. You're proper Charles Bukowski of
touching,
horology
very
world. You're a true.
Yeah, so
You're a good writer. You write well. You write well. You
Yeah,
observe
so what
things.
Is
I'm
that
gonna
your
be-
picture that you've put in it, Arch?
Sorry, this is my diary. So this is my diary, wristwatch diary. So what I do is whenever I wear the Patek, I write a diary entry. See?
Have you photographed that? Is that your photograph?
They are my photos. Yes, they are. These are all my photos. And
I'm not doing a shtick. I genuinely appreciate what you do there. Honestly, I think that's truly impressive, and it probably will inspire somebody to do similar thing.
But I
It's
also
a, it's a
document
proper love
bad
for
times too. I
pardon.
document bad times. Don't forget, Bear. When
That's
I went
nothing wrong
to
with that. It's nothing wrong with that.
the
And it's
service
always
was
and it's always
so
watch
slow.
attached to it, right?
Yes. So this is when I wore my wedding anniversary,
Okay.
17th. The service was slow, absolutely horrible. Went and complained and had a screaming match. Asked for a 50% discount, got nasty.
Not like you complain.
Yeah, so that just destroyed the evening. You know what I'm saying, Bear, or not?
Of course I do. By the way, we have over 300 viewers, only 42 likes. We would really appreciate if you can upvote.
Hit that upvote
We
button.
did well last night, but we had to take the live stream down, which is members only, for some really unique reasons this time. So, guys, help us out, please.
By the
Thank
way,
you.
Bear, guess what? I just paid Timmy $330. That's 457 Australian.
Yeah, I seen that earlier in the show. That's nice.
Nuts.
Because I
Nice.
paid
you're
him
doing
to do
that?
work. I gotta fix it up sometimes, you know, Bear.
How was today, Timmy, with the super chats? Was there any, or pretty much it dried up again?
You know what? It was okay. It was okay. I'm
Good.
blessed that look, even if there was no super chats, I think I'm so grateful to
How
be
much
part of
money
the
did
community.
Q super chat today?
None.
Just curious.
How does
Oh,
Just
you're doing bad.
curious.
He's blessed.
Are you
He's blessed.
curious?
Bear, can you believe this shit coming out of his mouth? Even if there was no super chats, this is Timmy. I'm blessed with the audience. What fucking bullshit are you stroking?
Well, he's being politically correct. He's sucking up to
No,
his
I'm
people.
serious.
You know, it's okay. You listen.
Yeah.
He is blessed with the audience. Maybe one bad day. They don't deserve to be. You know what? It's so easy for me to say fuck the audience and all that, because I
Yeah.
literally don't need anything from them. But you guys make a living from them. You have to appreciate them for sure.
I appreciate them. You know, it's tough. Everyone is going through a tough time right now, you know? And I'm thinking, you know, look, if I'm struggling, they
Q
gotta
is
be
not going.
struggling even more.
Q is not going through tough time.
Oh no, trust me. Maybe he's losing money in stocks as well.
I highly
Look,
doubt that he's losing anything. He's
No,
so
no,
he's
no.
so
How
content.
could you pay 15th? I mean, I understand those Louis Vuitton boxes. You don't understand them, right? But how could
Not
you
really.
pay fucking 15,000 for a fucking toy?
Hey, I don't understand any of the stuff you people do. Honestly, I
But I mean,
genuinely
those
don't.
toys,
Art,
they're
you know-
ugly. They're ugly toys. They're not
Arch,
even
you know
cool.
that toy that's $15,000. You know that it retails for $250.
What?
Yeah, yeah,
What?
yeah. It sells for $250 in the
And
store.
how do you get them
when
for
you buy it?
$250?
Well, looks like $250 toy.
Yeah, because it is a $250.
But how do you get
toy.
it? How do you get it for $250?
You have to be the first one. You have to be VIP. You have to be fast. You have to have been a customer of Cause since 25 years ago. Then they'll put you first on the list.
Right.
Yeah,
So how many do they make exactly?
they make like about 250 each.
Right.
Fuck, you're joking. So
No,
the secondary market, they're not worth. What are they made of?
just plastic and paint.
What is the future of that stuff? I'm just curious. I don't understand all those things. So is there a future in it, or this is something temporary? Is this something like how
Mm,
long this has been on the
as
type
long
of?
as people know about it. So as long as it's
Is it
if people
primarily
move on,
Asian market? I'm assuming it's a primarily Asian market.
it starts out in It started out. This is where stuff like
Does
this
Cars and
catches
Chrono
fire.
have any of that sort of stuff? That's the sort of shit he
I
would buy, isn't it?
I
No, he's not
can't
into
see.
luxury
No,
art.
he's too much of a fucking macho to buy that shit.
Yeah. Would you buy one for 250, Arch?
Yeah, and
Sure.
sell it. Why
See,
not?
that's the problem, right?
Why is it a problem?
Dirk Fiddler, Arch.
Diggler,
Dirk Fiddler,
Diggler.
$2. If Q has losses, he just called Daddy to make the difference.
Oh, yeah, and that's exactly why I'm so fucking tired of people giving lectures and advice to people. Okay, I rather hear advice and lecture from Mike than fucking Q. To be very frank and honest.
Do you feel that way, Bear? You think it's not? He hasn't worked for the money. Is that what you're saying?
Exactly.
You've worked for your money. Nobody gave you a brass razoo,
Ah,
did they, Bear?
fuck, Archie, I was a fucking homeless fucker, man. I had to, and I had to fight in life to fucking survive, man. That's the thing. And through all my life, I
Do
support
you
my
regret
mom
that?
and dad as well.
Do you wish you had it easier, or how do you feel about that?
No, I don't. Actually, it makes you appreciate things more, to be very honest with you. It makes you actually appreciate
But you can only
small
say that
things.
you wouldn't want to go back to being poor like that, would you?
No, who wants to be poor? Nobody wants to be poor, but I despise in this hobby people who are clearly flexing and showcasing. And there's a difference between sharing things, right? You've seen them; they're everywhere, okay? And there's certain people just enjoy certain watches and horology and so on, and then you get people who are actually utilizing platform for simply satisfying their own narcissistic fucking egos, and flexing to most ridiculous way. I don't i don't like that. You know what? It's the one thing about this hobby that always turned me off. and uh, and I find there is a lot of competition between people in this hobby, which is fine. I find there's rivalry. I find there is
Backstabbing.
yeah, but you know what? When you get to a point that you're basing your whole existence in a hobby on, and I see it on the face. You go to Rolex groups. You just go to Rolex groups. You're going to fucking vomit. Okay, I am
Yeah.
Rolex fan. I love Rolex watches as long as I remembered loving watches. But I despise Rolex fanboy mentality. It's just so bad for the hobby, man. Honestly, I tell you, Archie, you probably know this more than me because these guys are in your. They're your leads. They're your part of your fucking business. And even with that idea, you get to a point you just cannot fucking handle it. You just cannot stand it any longer. And you cannot do a Pigsley, where you're losing sleep over their fucking collections and stroke their egos to a point of nauseating. That's to me just, it's tough, man.
Oh,
Trolex, $5. Bear doesn't like people who use YouTube just for their own narcissistic needs. Hashtag irony.
oh.
I am furthest from the narcissist that I can be, believe me. I couldn't fucking care less. I'm having fun and shtick with guys and friends. I need this. I don't need this at all in reality.
Pine Baron, the Pine Baron, $10. Arch, I'm seeing a lot of people saying things like the more you own, the less free you are. Advocates of a simple, more minimal lifestyle instead of accumulating things. Thoughts on this trend? I got to tell you something. The funny fucking thing is, okay, the more shit I've been buying, because I have been buying a bit of shit, right? The more
You
I
were?
fucking want. You know what I
haven't
want? I want
noticed.
a president in Damio with the checkerboard pattern.
Oh, that's a
I want
good one. Yeah.
Yeah, because that was done for the limited edition, and there's only done for a very short time. Bear, I can't believe how greedy I get. You know what I mean?
That's
And
your you're hoarder. You're collector and
then
hoarder.
I bought these. I didn't
I
even
thought
want
Archie was
female
minimalist.
bags, but I said to my wife, if we
Archie
could get
could
a
never be
Belize,
minimalist
if
ever.
I could get a Belize in blue, I want to get a Hermes Belize in blue. Then I
And
would
you,
stop.
Timmy, you can never be minimalist. Neither can I.
Oh, I'm selling everything. I'm
That's
selling
right. You know what? Those are
everything.
the mood swings. This is you're dealing with
No,
fucking
I'm done.
whatever. Listen to me.
I'm sorry.
Don't fight
Yeah.
it. Accept
Oh.
who you are, okay? Because I've seen minimalists. I know what minimalists live like and what their
Just
place
wait
look
until I
like.
get a couple more days to put even more stuff on Fleabay.
You're a collector. You always been collector.
Are
Your
you you're a
mentality.
collector, Bear?
Yeah, and I don't fight it. I'm not a minimalist.
Mm.
I don't lie to myself that guess what? I'm gonna just get rid of everything and I'm gonna simplify my fucking life and I'm
Can I
gonna be
ask
free.
you, why don't you buy your dad a camera?
I bought my dad whatever he said that he needs. I send him money every month. My dad
Wanted the camera?
is an old man. He doesn't want
Mhm.
camera anymore. He needs other things.
Like
And
food. Like food
like
would be
food,
good.
yeah, exactly.
He's doing okay, your dad, but isn't he?
Thanks to me, yeah, they're doing well, both of them. My mom and dad are both still alive and still doing, thank Jesus, really well.
Where are they?
I mean,
Serbia,
Yugoslavia.
Belgrade,
Oh,
Serbia.
Belgrade. Oh.
Yeah, I bought them a nice apartment and I bought them a nice weekend house near mountains, and that's where they spend their summers.
Colorado, Galicia, $5. I love stories like Bear's. Come from nothing and take care of his family on his way up. Tell me this, Bear. If you weren't helping them, what would their life be like?
Oh my goodness, it would not be good. I mean,
Because your
considering
dad was middle class. He had your dad bought a fucking
he was a
Hasselblad.
middle class. Unfortunately, the country that he was middle class in fall apart, and the crisis and wars and everything that possibly bad could
But
happen
he
to
owned
those.
his own house even before you helped him, didn't he?
No, in Yugoslavia, nobody owned these apartments. You lived in the apartment. It was a nice apartment, but it would be given to you by the company you're working for. There was really no real ownership
And they take it
over.
back when you retire?
Yeah, well, eventually, throughout the transition, when communism fall apart, the leadership of communists kind of turned now into the oligarchs, and they picked up most of the valuable things. This is what we've seen throughout Eastern Europe, where former communists, former leaders in Communist Party,
So what happened to the house you lived in as a kid? Who owns that now?
who knows? I don't know. That's long gone.
Were they asked to
changed
leave? Were
hands.
they asked to leave?
Well, you kind of get it's not like an immediate day that it happens. It's just eventually I got them. They were paying a rent. Then you start paying a rent to whoever is the new owner. So they don't ask you to leave. They just become the owners and start asking for you to pay the rent.
Was the rent expensive?
No. It wasn't that bad immediately, but it grew. It's in time it becomes more and more, and it became a different country, right? Different political system.
And how much did a decent house, a decent apartment cost in Serbia there? How much does it cost?
Depends where it is. If it's in a Belgrade, and if it's like let's say downtown Belgrade, it will be price equivalent to Toronto or New York. But if it's like on outside Belgrade and so on, it's a little bit cheaper. But when I bought it, it was actually really good. I bought two of them, and I probably quadrupled my money on that.
Wow.
So how much did you pay?
For one, I paid 25,000 euros, and for the other one, I paid 75,000 euros, and for the house, I paid 35,000 euros.
And they're worth now?
About 4 times all that.
Okay. And they enjoy that. What do you? So you keep one, you rent one, and they live.
No, my brother lives in a smaller apartment in Belgrade. They have a larger apartment, and they have the weekend house in the mountains.
Does your brother appreciate what you do for him?
Very much, very much.
How old is your brother?
He's 5 years younger than me. He's a very successful man as well. So at this point, to be honest with you, he doesn't need a lot of my help or anything like that. He also helps my parents. My parents are well taken care of between him and me, with him investing obviously time as well because he's there, so he's helping them. And I value that more than anything, to be honest with you. This is why everything that's there is going to be his.
Bear, if you
Roll
stayed,
dice.
would
Bear, if you stayed, would you have been an oligarch? Of course he would have.
No, I was not. I was not that influential or anything in the politics, and my dad wasn't either. He was more of the expert in his job, but he was never climbing the political hierarchy.
he's not into politics.
He
Politics
wasn't
are
good
hard.
at licking assholes.
Yeah, that's pretty much what it is, and I kind of picked that up from him. So I had some troubles in my life.
Does he
not
have a
really-
car now?
He does. He does.
He's got a Yugo.
Yes, he has a Yugo which he loves, which has been refurbished over and over, and he would never give up. He will die with that Yugo. It's a
So
very
he-
special car to him.
Was that the car he had when you were a kid?
We always had the Yugo. Yes, we always had the Yugo. This is, I think, this was his last Yugo he bought. It's about 15 years old, I think.
He loves it, but
Very much, very much.
nothing in cameras. He probably can't focus. His eyes can't see properly.
Yeah. That's long gone. I mean, he's got some cameras, I think, from before. They're sitting around collecting a dust. He's just his hobby these days is really.
You could get him a nice Nikon or a Canon, like digital camera. Would he ever?
He
want one
doesn't
of those?
care, man. He doesn't care. His hobby these days is really taking care of his weekend house in the mountains. He's
1
got
minute, I'm
some-
just going for the toilet break. I'll be right
Sure.
back.
Yeah, no problem. No problem.
Yep. That's just how it is that there.
Yeah. This hobby has some wonderful people. Not like anything else. There are people who are down to earth. There are people who are successful and still down to earth.
Mm.
And then there are people who base their whole hobby on showcasing the wealth. And I don't feel always good for you and Archie because those are the people you have to stroke egos to get support.
Mm.
Your business is basically a platform for them to showcase. So I can understand. That's why I sometimes pull back. Even though you might think I don't, I fucking do.
Look, not all the time. Right? Like people come in, they show, some people want to come in, showcase what they're got. I mean, I showcase what I've got. I talk about my life and my struggles and stuff. I think that's what keeps the whole narrative together, and then the people that come into the plot and leave the plot. So, but it's Bear. It's a tough gig that there. This YouTube thing. Yeah. Don't know what to tell you. Some funny comments.
The thing is that the thing I enjoy, that the reason I come to the live streams is most of the time it's fun, shtick. I love when we joke. I love things
band.
when like when we tease Mike and stuff like that. It's
Yeah.
fucking awesome.
I love Mikey.
That's
By the way,
that's
this
the fun
replay
stuff.
has been lagging. It looks like this replay. We need to ask Green Room to restart.
And you know what
froze.
else, Timmy? The opportunity to actually get to know some awesome people, truly awesome people.
Yeah.
I mean, when you look back, there's so many freaking amazing people.
Oh yeah.
By the way, one thing people don't understand, like when I sense that somebody is a douchebag, I have a difficulty fucking letting go. And then people were some are commenting that I should let Gero, whatever the fuck it is, and
Gero Pal.
Yeah, and many people think that it has to do with his stance on the war, and so you and I oppose look at this war completely different. I find him annoying. I find him whiny. I find
Mhm.
him bragging. I find him as someone who is obsessed with the fucking wealth. I find him that he is more concerned about the money than a human aspect of the life. And that irritates me so
He
much.
definitely has some issues. He definitely has some issues. You know, he's very man. He's a weird guy. You know.
That's
Do you think?
reason
Do
why.
you think? Do you think he's lost everything at some point in his life?
No, man, the
No, he's
people,
doing great. He's doing
yeah,
Okay, so
fucking great.
that's the point I'm getting to. Is like people that have not lost everything in their life can't have the perspective of like the fact
Jirapal has
that
incredible life, incredible
ownership
life.
of
But I
stuff
think
is just
he keeps
stuff.
chasing more and more, and I think that's
Yeah.
where he
Well,
gets
he's
into
Bear.
chasing
trouble.
stuff. He's chasing more stuff. It's
Who's
like
chasing more
shit.
stuff? Who's chasing
Yeah.
stuff?
I'm
Giro.
explaining. So some people believe that I dislike Gero because of our political discussion and different point of view on the war. When in reality, I dislike him because he's a douchebag who consistently focuses on his own wealth, on discussing money, on discussing.
He's not that well off, Bear.
I
No,
don't
he's
really care. That's not the point, Archie. The point
what
is
does that mean? He's not that well off. What is the definition of that?
Mr. MRG1911, $5. Do you think Blondie had to go to the clinic or O'Sheen? And which is filthy or Blondie? Look, they're both clean guys or a clean. Look, I think the truth is, I think they could be perfect for each other, to be completely honest with
They're
you.
both equally crazy.
Equally,
perfect to
they're-
each other. I honestly think maybe from being similar, yeah. But I do you actually see any future in this?
Yes.
who cares? Just enjoy the moment. What is life? What is anything?
Does it have to
Look
last?
at this. Under
Good
Soviet
point.
rule,
Good point,
I
Maybe
guys.
one day is better
Bear,
than. Maybe I
I
should
got to
stop
tell you
fighting.
something. What would happen? Have you seen people your parents were friends with, like educated people
Mhm.
who don't have kids and they are fucked? Have you seen that in Yugoslavia?
Who don't have a kids and they're fucked.
Like you're helping your
I
parents.
seen. Let me tell you. I seen people who have kids and are fucked. Having kids doesn't mean you might be as.
No, I mean
Uh,
having kids who help them out. I mean, have
I
you seen people?
I seen people without kids who have a fantastic friends that are helping them out. It's not. There's no written rules. I also seen people who have kids and the kids don't even know they exist and couldn't care less. It is what you do with your life and how you develop your relationships and your partnerships.
But have you
and
seen
so
people
on.
that your parents knew who were on the same level and now they're fucked?
Yes,
What does that look like?
sad.
Like what happens? They just stay in their little apartment. They got no money, very little money for food.
Correct.
They don't go on holiday or vacation. They have a very small life.
Correct.
And what do you
Exactly.
say to that?
It's sad. I feel bad for people like that, to be honest with you. But and it's I can't help everyone. I help as many people as I can in my life. You have to become selective, unfortunately,
Yeah.
in helping
You
people
can't help
because
everybody.
correct.
Yeah. There's always
But
somebody with a hand out.
sometimes, to be honest with you, Archie, a kind word. Some of those people don't even have the phones, but sending them a letter and maybe some put photographs and some nice words can brighten up their month, their day,
You-
and they could enjoy that. I always looked at you when you write the letter to someone, and you actually put some thought behind it. I know you do two part. You do shtick part, but you also have a very kind and caring part. And that kind and caring part can really sometimes make people feel great. Kindness can be given in many shapes and forms.
Sure.
It's not always necessarily through monetary form.
Well,
Mm.
you see the people begging on the street corner at every stoplight, God bless with a sign, please, anything you can help. And I don't have anything, a dollar or any change handy. At least I'll wave at them. I'll say, hi, have a nice day. And they'll wave back. And at least, I've given them something. I don't just look the
Acknowledgement.
other way and pretend
Mm.
they don't exist. And, that's just kind of to compound on what Bear was just saying. It's like
Right.
you didn't give them anything, you didn't give them any money, but at least you didn't fucking look the other way and make like they didn't exist and they're they're less than you. They're just on hard times and you wish them a half day, you're a nice day, you wave at them and smile and good luck.
Yeah.
And
548 Vikings, $5. Great show, Pontiff. Snake, I want my hubcaps back.
that was 45 years ago, man. What kind of car was it? I'll see if I can find them in my garage.
There you go. There you go.
Bear.
You know what my dad's hobby now is? He loves growing his fruit and plums, and he makes the plum brandy. And he's all into nature and eating healthy and doing all these
Tell me this:
nature things.
how often do you go back to Serbia?
Oh goodness, I haven't been there. The pandemic screwed up my plans. To be honest with you, it's been last time I think 5 years.
Wow.
When you go there, do you have parties? Do you invite other people who aren't doing
No.
so well? No, you
No.
don't do that. Okay.
No, not at all. I know that a lot of my countrymen do exactly that. They go and showcase their wealth, and they.
Yeah.
No, I genuinely, actually, to be honest with you, I go there with the purpose only to spend time with my family. I don't really make plans. I do go out a little bit, mainly Belgrade and so on. Have some good time there. But nothing extravagant. More just like for a dinner or that, and maybe theater and maybe concert. I love to watch my favorite club. I go see my favorite club and soccer games and so on. But priority is to talk, to be with mom and dad and brother and his family and talk and
Yeah.
have a time together.
Could you make money in Yugoslavia, or it's difficult?
For me, no. I don't necessarily. I don't know how would I do that at this point. I mean, all my connections are money. Okay, Archie, it's all about connections. Who you know, how you
The
invested.
leads.
The leads are everywhere. Exactly. So for me, it would be completely. And why would I? I'm not nostalgic. I don't have these nostalgic feelings where I've seen that in some of the people who immigrate, and they have this need to return. I am good wherever I am, as long as everyone that I care about is well. That's kind
You
of
don't
the
want to
way.
open a hotel in former Yugoslavia?
No, that never
Get
crossed my mind.
oligarchs?
Never, honestly, never crossed my mind. I kind of separate it from business. I only look at that as my place where I grew up and place where I have some memories as a young man. I left very young. I didn't. I mean, I'm more Canadian really than anything. I spent decades being Canadian. So
How long were you in London for?
2.5 years.
What year was this?
1988 to 2000.
1998, you mean?
1988 to 1991. My apologies, my math.
Yeah. And then you went to Canada.
Yeah, straight to Canada. I applied to different countries, but
you
Canada.
didn't go to Canada with money. You were broke.
I had some money that I made in England, but that was money to
Not
buy a
much.
ticket. Oh no.
And what did you do in Canada?
I worked for my cousin. I started working for my cousin in a restaurant, cleaning, washing the bar,
You
cleaning
started
the
from the
dish.
bottom. You started from the bottom.
Yeah, of course.
There was no easy management position for you.
Oh fuck no. I worked my first management position took about 7 years in Canada to actually become in any leadership position.
Like you
Everything
didn't
up.
become a maitre d' straight away, did you?
No, no, that was reserved for his son or his other son. I had to work hard. I had to earn my money.
Cleaning dishes is not easy, is it?
No, I did everything from cooking
At
to
least you get some
cleaning to.
free food, but don't
Hey,
you?
I gotta tell you how my life was at that time.
Mhm.
Yes, I got some free food for sure. I remember I was getting married, and I said to he was my kind of uncle, grand uncle,
Mhm.
whatever you want to call it. I said, hey, how about I'm getting married? Would I be able to get 2 days off? He said to me, 1 day is enough to get married. I
Fuck.
I was with my wife after we got married in a hotel, and that was our after our wedding, and we go to hotel, we spend the night together, and I had to wake up because I had to go and clean the restaurant and bar.
You're joking.
No, no, I'm serious. I
This
worked.
wasn't an
I
expensive
worked.
hotel either, was it?
It was medium, average. It's very special to me.
MRG 1911 $5. I've worn Rolex well over 40 years and discovered I have too much stuff, especially other hobbies. I respect many other watches, but 3 is plenty now.
I agree. I agree.
So you woke up early
Yeah.
to go and
Archie,
clean.
I worked at some point 3
What time? This
jobs.
is this is the day after you got married. So you
Yeah,
had
yeah, no lie. I'm not bullshitting. I
How
mean,
much was your wedding? How much did you spend on your wedding? 50,000, 20,000, 5,000?
Well, my father-in-law paid for the food, and I paid for the bar. So I don't remember. I didn't spend that much money, but we actually made money on our wedding. That was interesting thing because people.
So what time you go to bed on your wedding?
What time did I go to bed? It was around. I think it was around midnight, a little bit after
And then what time
midnight.
you had to wake up?
4:30 a.m.
Fuck me, Dad. You serious?
make money
Bear,
on your
couldn't you
wedding?
get another day?
I'm not lying to you. That's how it was.
Like,
I was.
and what happens if you said, fuck it, I'm taking another day. Fuck you, I'm taking another day.
Hey, listen, he came through for me, helped me with the papers and everything. I'm very thankful to that man. He taught me some really good lessons in life.
So you honestly woke up at 4:30 the day after you got married.
Yes, sir.
You didn't sleep in and go to breakfast with her. You had to go to work
No,
early
no.
to
She
clean a
stayed.
fucking bar.
Yes, sir. Clean the bar, clean the kitchen, get everything organized, and start the day.
And what
Because
time
you
did you
gotta
go
do it
home after
everything
that?
before. Pardon me.
How many hours a day were you working?
I was working. I was working usually when I was working for my cousin, my granduncle. I was working starting at 6 a.m. and I would usually finish around 11:30 p.m., 12 midnight. On Sundays, I would work only until 6 p.m., 6 a.m. to 6 p.m. So basically, I would work 15 hours times 16 hours.
Were you
15,
earning
16.
good money then, working those long hours? Does that mean big money?
Yes. Yes. That was one thing that he was absolutely more than fair. He paid me more than I was expecting. I remember I bought my first house for cash.
Fucking
Wow.
hell.
Yeah.
You weren't lazy, Bear, were you?
No, I worked very hard. Really, really hard. And then when I left there, I actually continued to work hard. I would work 3 jobs at once. I remember I never worked less than, I would say, never less than 80 hours a week. That was minimum.
Wow.
Really. I never worked less. I mean, that's why you're right when you say that I'm retired now.
I got to tell you, Bear, I remember myself, right? I didn't quite have it as hard as you, Bear. But I started again at 32. right?
Hmm.
And
Oh, I'm at 32.
I remember I would finish work. I had a government job, right? From 9 till 5 was government. 8 until 4:30, okay? Was government job, right?
Hmm.
Mm-hmm.
And then when I finished work, I jump in a taxi on Friday and Saturday night. So Friday night, finish work, finish at 5, and then by 5:30 I'd be driving a taxi for up until 2 a.m.
See, I respect you for that. I know that. I don't know the details, but I kind of
And
knew that about you. Yeah.
I'll be honest with you, what was very hard was the fucking tax. The government hates your guts. You know this? Because I had to, Christopher Negrani, $2. Damn Bear, honestly, very inspiring. I had to
Thank you,
fucking pay
Christopher, very
every
much.
dollar that came in the taxi, 10% went in GST.
You know, I gotta tell you
right?
something funny, Archie. I was so fucking proud and happy to pay taxes.
And then I would pay, because I already was earning 50,000 in the government job. I had to, every dollar I earned, 30 cents in the dollar went in tax because I was already at that bracket. You understand?
Right.
And then I had to pay another 28 cents in the dollar extra maintenance for the kids.
Right.
Yeah.
Fucking hard, Bear. Then I did limousine driving. Bear.
Did you wear a
How
little
did
hat?
that go?
Did you wear a little hat?
No. MRG, 1911, $5. Arch, who is hotter? Jenny L, Gringo, or Blondie? Tim, who is hotter? Bark and Jack, Theo and Harris, or Austin?
You answer your question, Timmy answers his question.
I reckon Blondie's the hottest.
I have to agree.
Okay. I didn't say the most sane. I didn't say sanest. You asked me,
just physically.
physically, that photo.
I agree.
I
agree. Blondie is number 1, Gringa would be number 2, and then Jenny Ellie would be number 3.
Yes.
Yeah.
Timmy, now
Yeah,
your turn, please. Can you give us your expertise on this one?
Yep. Austin Daniels is out of the picture right off the bat. So
Agreed.
Yeah. What is it? Why is he even on the list?
Bark and Jack or Theo and Harris. You'd have to go Theo
Bark.
and Harris.
You think Theo is better looking than Bark and Jack?
Yeah, Bark's got that fake earring. You know that fake earring? He takes his
No,
earring.
I don't know, man.
But
I think Bark is better looking than Theo, to be very honest with you.
Bear, I got to tell you, I did limousine driving. I remember I was so jealous. Let me tell you this. I just got married, right?
Mm-hmm.
And I remember I used to pick up people because when I say limousine, it was more of a town car. Like in my country.
What does that mean?
Okay, it's like a Lincoln town car.
Yeah.
It's kind of, when I say a limousine, it's not a stretch. I did drive stretches as well. And I drive Rolls Royces and S-Class, but most of the time it was like a Lincoln town car, except it was a General Motors version, which in my country was called a Holden Statesman. And I remember.
What were you jealous? You started to say something jealous, and then you could.
I remember. So in the limousine business, that you would basically take people. They would, because they wanted to drink at restaurants. You would pick them up,
right?
Drop them off at a restaurant,
right?
And then a couple of hours later, you would pick them up and take them home.
I see.
And I was because I just got married,
mm-hmm.
and I remember thinking, fuck. That would be so incredible if you could actually afford to have somebody to take you to a restaurant and they would pick you up. I thought, fuck, that is so wealthy. You know what I mean, Bear?
Yeah, I can understand that.
And the first time I had a fight with my wife I got a few tips. Do you understand how difficult it is to get tips in the service business?
To be honest
Canada's
with you, once
different.
I started working the
Canada's
bar.
different. But see, in the limousine business, it all goes on account. They don't give
right. That's different, of course.
Okay. And I remember I gave my wife some money, and she gave it to some idiot who came door knocking for some charity, and I fucking exploded. I said, "How could you do that? Do you realize how I gave you $20 tip? because I gave you my tip that came in to make you happy, not to give it to some fuckwit with a fucking feel good story.
Right. By the way, you have one of those super chats. I don't know if you can see it. This is from the great member, Ross Rachel Brady, who is 11 months supporting you as a member.
Thank you, Ross Rachel.
And
Brady.
he says his first job
Yeah, NATO statesman is nothing like a limousine. Well, look, let me say this, NATO.
His first job, Ross Rachel Brady, was cleaning buildings. And then you have a super chat from absolutely favorite troll.
Dirk Diggler, $5.
yeah.
Hard work overcomes all. Had a paper route when I was 10, delivering papers in the snow. Call calluses on my hands to prove it, and not from jerking my Diggler. I gotta tell you, Bear, I remember, right? It was difficult, so hard, so difficult to get ahead. And that's why I went into trading the watches and that, because it was always a bit of a side hustle hobby, you know.
Yeah.
To
mini dealer.
Yeah, mini dealer. And I made mistakes. I haven't always made. I've made some good money. I've made some shit money.
Right.
Like with my, when I had 87,000 in credit card and consumer debt.
Of course.
I didn't really make a lot when I sold everything off because I was paying high interest rates, right? But it got my YouTube channel going.
The seed money, the seed capital.
Exactly. So, I mean, I gotta tell you, it was.
Timmy, what are you doing? Why you sound like you are in a barrel or something?
Timmy,
I'm just resting. I'm on the couch.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's a very soothing story listening to Bear and Archie talk.
Okay.
Bear, I gotta tell you, I was jealous of these people who go to restaurants and had a car that picked them up. I thought, fuck, I just couldn't understand. Like, we never went to restaurants. Did you ever go to restaurants with your wife in those days?
In those days, I had no time to go to restaurants. I was working all the time. But the first time I could, and I did, I enjoyed it. Nothing fancy in the beginning.
How many years did you work
hustle?
there with your uncle? How many years with your uncle did you work?
With my uncle, 2.5, almost 3 years.
And where did you go after that?
I got few jobs after that. It was like 2-3 part-time jobs, because I wanted to actually get some other experience and not just be stuck working with the family.
Yeah.
Especially not a family that favors me, because in the hierarchy of that family, I'm not the owner's son. I'm just a cousin. So obviously, I'm going to be on the bottom most of the time.
MRG1911, $5. Does Timmy's monkey say retarded at
Moniker say retarded at 32. Are you retarded, Timmy? Are you retarded at 32?
Retired.
Let me ask you this, Bear. When did you start making decent money? So you bought your first house. Was it from property? How did you start to make some big bucks?
Saving and buying the real estate.
Saving and buying real estate. So how many houses did you own then?
Oh, it was flipping. I was flipping houses.
I suppose you look back now and they're worth millions of dollars, aren't they?
Well, you know what? You can't keep, listen, it's kind of like your situation with watches. You have to sell to buy.
You can't keep everything.
Correct. It's very similar to that. So and also you make mistakes as well, no question about it, but you just keep plugging and going, moving. And
don't give up.
Exactly.
When
luckily, I had a great support in my wife. That's beyond great. I am eternally thankful to her, and I had a good health.
Did she work?
Of course, she always worked. Not like crazy like me, but she always worked.
Okay. And tell me this: what year did you buy your first Rolex?
My first Rolex was Rolex Precision. I bought it I bought it 90 something. Rolex Precision mechanical winding.
Like a 6694, you mean?
Yes.
Oyster date.
Yes.
So tell me this. What your first luxury watch? What was the first when you moved to Canada? What was the first expensive thing you bought for yourself as a hobby?
That watch was my first luxury thing. I
So
wanted to have a Rolex.
late 90s, mid 90s.
Late 90s. My son wasn't born yet, so mid 90s.
And
It was before my son was born. So he was
okay,
born 96. I was before that,
okay.
so I would say early 90s. I remember people at work. I was working at the time at casino, and the
Yes.
people would say, "You fucking crazy! You paid that much money for the watch?" I wasn't even like, he wasn't like from this
What did you
perspective.
do at the casino? Were you a dealer?
No. At that time, I was manager at casino.
Ah. And when you say were you in food and beverage or in gaming?
At that time, I was actually in gaming.
What have you learnt from gaming? Can I ask you this, Bear? You've seen a lot of big high rollers come through the door. What's the answer on gambling, Bear? Give me some pointers.
House always wins. That's
Black or red? Black or red, Bear? Tell me this.
it's really 50-50. I think I think a common mistake that people make on the black red story is that they wait for like a numerous hits on black to hit the red. No, you always go with the flow. You always hit what hits. So like you would go and say, okay, it's been like a 3 or 4 blacks, so now red has to hit. No, always go with the flow. But those are the only game that really you have some chance in minimal if you actually play it smart is a blackjack. The rest is good luck to you, man. Good luck to you.
See, blackjack, you've got a certain hand. You're supposed to react a certain way to certain
If the
hand.
whole table plays smart, you can do okay. You have to be lucky to sit with really smart people who know what they're doing.
Well, usually they're not at the $5 table, are they?
Correct, they're not. So.
Yes. So tell me this, Bear. What have you learnt in gaming? Don't gamble?
I gambled myself sometimes, to be honest with you. It's my personality, but
What
it's
game
not a
is
good
your game? What's your poison? What game?
blackjack. I love blackjack.
Oh, you like blackjack.
Yeah.
21.
Yeah, I do. I find it. It's always a battle to win. I'm a very competitive person. I like to compete.
What's the most
Regardless,
you've lost at blackjack?
the most I lost in one night was 10,000 Canadian dollars.
Did that hurt?
Painfully.
And what's the most
Especially,
you've won?
I never really won big money at once. I'm one of those guys who, if I combine all my gambling, I'm definitely in minus. I'm not gonna bullshit you. So I quit gambling. I'm not. I find it too stressful because I get too intense in any competition, and then I lose control over the money, and it becomes more of a let's just win the game. And you cannot win the game. If you approach gambling with the idea that you're actually just gambling the money and you are cautious and you control your cash, you'll do better. If you become too competitive, you forget it's a money and you're looking at as colorful chips that are there to just for you to win and beat the house. Good luck. You're fucked. Personality determines the good candidate for gambling. And I'm not talking about addiction. I'm talking about people who actually gamble and are not addicted, and you can stop whenever
What
they
made you
want.
stop gambling? What made you stop gambling?
A realization, putting 2 and 2 together and figuring out that 2 plus 2 is always 4 and cannot be 8.
When you were in
You work when you work.
did you get any big tips when you were in gaming?
Yes, I did get tips. I did get the tips in gaming, but I would
Are
say
you
my
allowed to keep
biggest
them?
yes. Keep
So
tips are shared. They go into the
did you ever get like someone give you a $10,000 chip or something?
No, God, no. Those are
No.
fucking made up stories. Of course not. Of course not.
What do you mean by that, Bear? I thought sometimes these big high rollers they
No,
tip.
they're just like fucking. You know what? It's all talk from them. They tell these fishing stories. This is what they do. Never believe these fucking goofballs. Dirk Diggler, $2.
Dirk Diggler, we love you, Dirk Diggler. $2 in gambling ego. In gambling, ego is the downfall.
Well said, Dirk.
You
Well
know,
said.
Suckerhorn was a bit of a gambler.
I can see that. He's a
And you know what he
competitive
said?
guy.
One thing he did say, which I think is very true.
Mm-hmm.
People go to the casino with $100 to win $1,000.
Correct.
But he used to go to the casino with $10,000 to win $1,000.
Interesting.
And I think that's kind of what the ratios are like, but isn't it?
Yeah, he's right. No question about it. He's
But
right. The ratio is perfect there.
Gambling itself there.
For some people, gambling is getting high. For some people, it's about hope to make big money. For me, it was competing. I always want to compete. I love competition. I love.
The funny thing is, you know, they say these addictions,
Mhm.
alcohol, drugs, gambling, and sex addictions, they're very interlinked.
Of course, addictive personalities.
Did you see many prostitutes hanging around the winners at the casino, or
Of course.
and were they welcome at your casino, or did you? How were they?
Absolutely, they're it's a free country. They're welcome wherever they want to be.
But they're trying to take time off the big high rollers, aren't they, or not?
They're looking for the company. They're looking for leads.
And what did you say to these girls?
Nothing.
You learned after a while who the hookers were, didn't you?
Of course. Your job is primarily to watch your staff, to watch the assets, to communicate with security, to watch for any potential threats and problems.
Like
You
in a
don't have
casino,
time.
there's cameras everywhere. How much stuff do they
Correct.
analyze? Tell me this.
Oh fuck! It's extensive. It's fucking. It's more extensive than fucking military. Honestly, it's operation to a
And what
highest
are they
possible
watching?
level.
People who are rigging things, or what dealers are rigging things, or
Everything from pickpocketing to potential fights to rigging the games. Rigging the games is not that frequent and often, at least not in my experience. If you're talking like card counters and all that kind of shit, or two-way
How
communication.
did you deal with
rigging.
card counters?
Well, there are security that deals with that, not me.
So they were taken to the back room and tortured.
No. I wasn't working in
removed
Vegas.
with a pair of pliers.
No, I was not working in Vegas. That never happened. They would be just escorted, and they would be taken.
Why aren't you allowed to count cards? I don't understand that. Why is that illegal?
Oh well, it's an unfair advantage or whatever you want to call it, I guess.
But
what they do is,
you've got
what they do.
There's 5 decks normally, isn't there? How many decks? There's not one deck. It's 5 decks, isn't it?
Yeah. You don't ask me questions I don't know the answer to. I don't know.
In
I don't know
blackjack,
why.
how many decks is it, Bear?
Well, 6 decks where I was working, but I don't know. You say 5, so yeah.
6 decks. Okay. Well, that's fucking hard to count, then, isn't it?
I don't know. I'm not an expert on how they count. As I said, I wasn't. That's not that wasn't my job. My job was not to catch those. You communicate. You notice things. There are experts. There are other card counters who work for security, and they are in the.
Did you see problem gamblers?
Yeah, I did.
And what did you say to them? Look, guys, please. Well, like, how did you tell me a story about?
You know where the majority of the problem gamblers are?
Slot machines.
Yes, sir. Yes,
It's not
sir.
the big card games, you're saying.
No, no, no. The big rollers and so on that usually walk in, they have prearranged seatings and so on. They usually play poker and stuff like that. They're usually in the private rooms. Sure, they drop a lot of money. Sure, they win a lot of money as well. But that's not the bread and butter of casino. That's a more of prestige factor, right?
Yeah.
The bread and butter are the ladies dropping coins 24/7 in those fucking machines. And I would say that's where the money is made for the casinos.
I see.
You're
did
intrigued by casinos, but you've never been a gambler.
No, but
You're more intrigued by the culture, right? Culture intrigues you.
yes. Tell me this.
You
did
know
you
this
ever tell,
behind. You know this
did you ever
behind the
take
door
someone
thing?
aside and say, "Don't fucking gamble, please stop it"?
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh,
I
yeah.
actually did. I actually did.
What did you say? Who was it? Tell me who it was and what happened.
A few times I did that when I would see somebody that I felt really bad for, and just maybe advising them to cool off and maybe go for a walk, rethink everything. And you know where you kind of see them desperate is when they start going to the machine to pull more money on their cards. This is when you know the fucking shit hits the ceiling.
Yeah.
Oh, I see. So what did you say to a young person, a lady, male, female? Tell me
All different, all different. I have a compassion for people, and
what did you say to them? Excuse
and
me.
it doesn't. It's not actually. It wasn't. We were not encouraged to destroy human lives. You're
No.
like where I worked. It's a modern casino, and responsible gambling was promoted, right? So you have the encouragement from the company to make people understand they should not give up their lives at the table or at the machine.
And is anyone stand out who you told to go away?
Many people chose to ignore my advice. It's a chasing the loss. It's a chasing the loss is a very difficult thing for people, and this is where they get in trouble. This is like people going into casino. You can actually see those who are entering with the idea, I'm going to lose this much money, and I had a good time, and I'm gone. Those are people they don't run into big problems, but people who go in and they think they're going to make a big difference in their life, and then they chase the loss and so on. Oof, those are tough moments.
Yeah, I had a potential roommate when my mother moved out of this house and I began renting this house. The plan was to have a roommate, but the guy was a absolute complete lost gambling addict, and he was retired from Boeing, and he had like 6 or 7,000 a month pension coming in the day before rent was due, and he would go gamble every penny that night, the day before rent was due.
See, that's addiction. That's not.
And what did you
then he
say to
lied
him?
me and said, "Oh, I already paid it to the landlord." And so that went on for 2 months, and I didn't hound him because if I'd known that, I would have just been like, "Dude, pack your shit and get the fuck out." I don't want anybody like that in my fucking house. I don't want anybody in my house anyways. I was having to do it for financial, needs. But to find out that this guy was lying to me and he had a problem like that, it's just like, no. And I found out, and I helped him, pack his stuff. And when he walked out, I was like, just asked him, "Where are you gonna go?" And he was fine with just like, "Oh, I'm just gonna go stay at a shelter. $7,000 coming in every month, pension." And he's just fine with like, "Oh, I'm just."
Did he fix the rent up you owed him?
No. He actually, the landlord, he is who he owed. But I was the collector, because I was the main renter.
Yeah.
But no, I ended up having to pay his half, and he stuck me with that.
That's sad.
And oh yeah, no, that guy infuriates me to this day, and he's a friend of the family, and he still calls and wants to go out to lunch, and then I play it off, like, "Oh, I'm busy, blah blah blah."
Did you ever say to him, "Hey, you still owe me the money for rent from 5 years ago"?
you know what? I'm just a nice guy. I just play it off and just like get him off the phone as fast as possible.
Do you want me
Because
to ring him
otherwise,
up for you? I don't mind
I'll say
giving him a call.
mad, nasty things to him, and I don't need to do that, man. That's not. He's got it's a problem that's out of his control. So to yell at him for something that's totally out of his control is just kind of like yelling at a dog that shit on the floor that a week ago. It doesn't know what the fuck you're yelling at it about.
Right, right.
Bear, tell me this.
I'll tell you something. There is a fantastic movie that I would say describes the gambling addiction better than anything I ever seen.
The Gambler?
No, it's a great movie, by the way, but it is a movie based on a real life story. It's called Owning Mahoney. One of my favorite actors, Philip Seymour Hoffman, plays in that movie. And it's a story about bank manager with serious gambling addiction problem.
I think I've seen
who, as a bank manager, has access to multi-million-dollar account, and he gets into really messy situation. And it's actually based on a real story of a largest one-man bank fraud in a Canadian history. I highly recommend this movie. The whole drama about what goes through human mind on one unassuming person, one person that actually completely you would never see him as somebody so risky, gets into the point that we're talking millions of dollars are embezzled because of his addiction. It's a remarkable movie. Archie, you would fucking love it. It's such a well done story. And I don't know if you know the actor I'm talking about. Unfortunately,
yeah, I like him. Is he died, didn't he?
Yeah, he died, unfortunately. Amazing actor. Amazing actor. Truly.
Yes.
The reason I like it, it doesn't glorify the gambling. It gives a story from a real life perspective. And he's capable of actually portraying the drama that goes through his mind and through his life during all this craziness. I didn't like working at casino, I'll be honest with you.
You what?
I did not like working at casino.
Oh, you didn't like it? Why is that?
I didn't like the culture there. I didn't like the culture from the employee side. I didn't like the culture from the customer side. I preferred my I mean,
what
right
was the
after
culture? What was the culture there? What culture? What are you talking about?
it's a bit toxic. I don't know how to explain culture.
Like what the employees? What was wrong with the employees?
It's like they're working in this very strange environment. They're consistently under pressure, under surveillance. It's always kind of dark and gloomy. I mean, even with the lights and bells and
is there good money in it?
It's a good money in it, but it dumbs you up. It's a very.
How much did you make as a manager in a casino?
At that time in the early 90s, I made about 85 to 95,000. If I remember.
That's a lot of money, Bear. That's a lot of money you made.
Of course it is. Why do you think I worked?
That's in the early 90s, even mid 90s. That's a lot of money.
Yeah, it was good money. But I left the job for less money. I got a job as a hotel manager, assistant actually hotel manager, making less money because ultimately I wanted to prepare myself to run a hotel and to actually be involved in a hotel business.
You know, it was always my dad's dream. My dad's dream was to run a motel. Not a hotel, a motel.
Mine too.
And you know, my dad, let me tell you this. I remember this as a kid. It's funny looking back, right? So my dad, so he's European. You know, he was never been into Ukraine, but his parents were Ukrainian, right?
First generation.
He had the kids, and he did his university degree. It was always hard and struggle, and then he wanted to get more out of life. I remember, so he was late 20s, early 30s. He wanted to get more out of life. And what happened to him was he used to work for the Commonwealth Bank. That's like a government bank.
Mhm.
And he went into business lending. Okay.
Oh my
Here we
God!
go,
Sorry to
very
interrupt.
quickly.
What a wonderful news.
Anthony Napatano, $5. Archie, my partner is pregnant with our first. She goes for her first ultrasound this week. Congratulations. Let's not be, just wait a little bit longer. Let's just wait because it's still very, very early, but congratulations, Anthony. Well,
Beautiful, Anthony. Is that the
done.
first? Is this will be the
Yes,
first
that
one?
says he's his first. It's his first.
Oh my
And
goodness.
anyhow, my dad spoke to a lot of business people, like when they were borrowing, it was only $1 million or $2 million.
Mhm.
This was in the late 70s, so it was a lot of money then. It's like
Mhm.
today, average house can be, well, a good house can be over $1 million, but
No kidding. No kidding.
a lot of these people made money from property. So he decided to buy a rental house.
Very nice.
And in many ways, actually, before my mother died, he had his house, which I live in now. That was his principal house. That's his residential house. He
Right.
had one at Oxley, one at Ipswich, Bouval,
Mhm.
and he had a block of land. So he basically had 3 houses plus a block of land.
Mhm.
And what he was trying to do was each house to him was a room in a motel because he wanted to sell the lot once he had 10 and buy a motel.
Mhm.
So a hotel has a bar and things, whereas a motel basically it is basically overnight accommodation, maybe
Right.
breakfast. They have breakfast.
These days, that's called limited service hotel.
Yes.
Yeah.
And I even remember he had a friend of my mum. He had a friend who they used to manage a hotel. They used to manage a 15-room hotel. And once they went away, he actually managed it over a weekend just to see what it was like. He wanted to see what it was like.
And
actually, it was my birthday, so I was pretty shitty about that because I had to stay with my grandparents because my dad wanted to manage this fucking hotel on my birthday.
Oh my goodness. Okay.
But that was always his dream to have. But it kind of, unfortunately, my mother got sick and things changed then. But it's quite interesting. He wanted to have. It's like Monopoly. You have so many houses, then you can upgrade to a motel.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Exactly. Exactly, Archie. That's how I see it as well. That was my real life Monopoly, and I love Monopoly game, by the way.
And I gotta be honest with you. It was interesting time. The thing is,
You did okay. I mean, to be honest with you, I look at that as I could have done many things. I was just today.
Well, my dad now, I'll tell you now, this is confidential between you and me, right?
Okay, nobody's watching anyway.
My dad is worth in Australian dollars $2 million.
Fair enough.
Okay, but
that's great.
No, but
Good.
hang on.
Okay.
He's 74.
Okay.
He did inherit 800,000 from his sister. Don't forget
Okay.
that. So
Okay.
it's not as good if he owned. The problem is he had a big house. He's still got the big house.
Right.
And Dave Ramsey says your house should not be more than 20% of your net worth.
Okay.
Now, that's not feasible in a place like Brisbane or Sydney or California or New York because
I don't believe in any rules that describe the percentages.
but the thing
I
is,
honestly
the problem
don't...
with my dad is his house is worth 1.5.
Okay.
The upkeep on a 1.5 house when you're only worth 2 is a fuckload of your money.
Of course.
And it's not so much that it's massively more. It's more like the rates are slightly more expensive. the electricity is everything is slightly more. It just eats you, like, you know what I mean? It just little bit. He loves that's his hobby. But for my dad, that house is his hobby. He loves a beautiful home.
Well, he's content. He's happy.
And his Mercedes, nice house, bit of money. He likes it.
I think that's the key. I don't know this Dave Ramsey, to be honest with you. You often bring him up in your comments. So I can't comment one way or the other, but I don't believe in this percentage and rules and so on. It's very different from person to person. And also
Well,
lifestyle.
Dave Ramsey.
Can I
Dave
tell you
Ramsey-
something, Archie?
Yeah,
Honest
sorry,
to
go
God,
on.
very, very important to understand something. You can really be fine and be completely content if your lifestyle doesn't require huge income or huge money. You go to your Vietnamese restaurant and you're a happy man. I don't know if you understand what you mean. You're not driven to have fancy meals every day. You're not driven to continuously. Well, you are a little bit. You need your luxury car. You need to buy your luxury fucking briefcases. So you have a bit of a problem. But if you have a very humble lifestyle overall, I know many rich people that do, and I know many pretend rich people that don't. Like, in all honesty, I know guys that can take a private jet if they just want to go jump to grocery store. Okay, that's how wealthy they are. They would never fucking act like that Q fella. They would never buy fucking toys. They would never. They would never act and showcase their wealth like that. They're driven by their portfolios. They're driven by their bottom lines. They're driven by their habitat. They're driven by their achievements. And if they flex, they may be flexing through significant donations and so on. The real rich people don't necessarily
They do want
have
the
to.
tax invoice. They do want the invoice, but they do want the receipt. But Bear, don't forget
Oh, fuck yeah, that's true, Archie. I'm not going to argue that.
Sorry.
But in all honesty, this whole hobby that we are in and the this watch universe we deal with, there's a tons of people who are pretenders. Okay, and I don't fucking like
Can I
it.
ask you something? Can I ask you something? What do you think the levels of wealth is? So to be comfortable, they actually did a survey. There was a survey that came out just very quickly. Snake the Flake, $2. Disgusting you slow pay Tim when he needs the dollars. I just sent Tim a big chunk of money.
There you go.
Nothing-
It's not slow paying. It's a big chunk. Big chunk.
No,
Tim is happy.
I sent him 50%.
He's not complaining.
Yeah.
The
Bear, let me say,
levels of
what do you think? They said, actually, the survey says in America, they say to be considered wealthy now is 2 million US.
I don't know. I mean, it depends where you live. It depends on your lifestyle.
Yeah, I think you're right. I think if you live in New York or if you live in California, $1 million is nothing for a house. You get nothing.
Exactly.
Right?
Exactly.
If you live in Vegas, you get a lot more house for your
I mean,
money.
you there's parts of United States where 2 million you can live like a king.
Yes. Yeah, I suppose you're right.
So
I
location
suppose you're
plays a
right.
big role. Okay, I don't know. It comes down to what's important to your lifestyle.
One thing, Bear, is you've had opportunities. A lot of people may not have got that 80,000 year job as a manager in the casino. That's a hard job to get.
Well, I did have opportunities.
Hardworking and brains, isn't it?
And I'm thankful for it. I hustled. I tried different things. I would always. I was figuring out what's the best way to do the interview. I remember when I was going for that prior to that job, I took a Dale Carnegie training to improve my skills. So
mention his name. Mention John. I'm really happy, John. John, I really Let's tell me about yourself.
See, you know what I'm talking about. By the
Dan
way,
Nepatano, $5. My parents are in their 70s and they still work nearly full time as the patriarch and matriarch in our. But the thing is, they're enjoying the business. But when you're the boss,
I think Anthony has a farm, right? They have a big farm.
yeah.
If I
I'm just
know
going to
correct.
the toilet. 1 minute, Bear. I just got an
See,
upset tummy. I'll be back.
That's all right, Anthony. That's slightly different. And as a farm owner, you work from the birth to that. You genuinely cannot have the luxury of not working. Not working. Who is with me right now on the live stream, by the way, that Archie's gone? Anyone?
Look what I can do.
Okay, Mikey. How about you, Timmy? Why does Timmy have a two icons here on the
A computer and a couch. Computer and a couch.
Oh, so you are here, Timmy. You are here. So what's your what are your observations from this unusual conversation tonight?
It's
You are you
very
napping?
unusual.
Are you napping right now?
I'm kind of dozing.
You
It's
tired?
really,
It's not. It's
yeah,
not.
I had a
It's not necessarily riveting.
I see.
no, but it's interesting. It's very interesting.
It is interesting, but yeah,
You
no.
know, and
Interesting
I
to
find
learn about.
myself to be at a kind of a beginning of a journey. Kind of, you guys talk about how, you went through life and stuff, and I feel like I'm in the beginning of one of these journeys. You know.
Yeah.
Chin thinks you're depressed. Are you depressed?
Yeah, but that's not necessarily a bad thing.
No.
This juiced up cam guy on the chat, man, is just fucking.
Who?
It's great. It's
Keeps
great to be depressed.
accusing me of lying and fucking just everything I say is lies.
Oh, we
I mean,
all have a
Mikey,
haters.
Mikey,
We all have
Mikey,
haters.
Man,
it's very
fuck you,
simple,
dude.
Mikey,
Fuck you,
Mikey,
juiced up
Mikey.
cam.
Don't listen to these trolls. Just stop lying, and it's all, and you're gonna fix
I'm
this,
not
or you'll
lying.
show them.
I don't lie. Shut up, man. I'm not. Jesus Christ.
I love you, Mikey.
We
No.
all have a haters. That's nothing wrong. And we have people we hate. Let's be honest, Mikey. I know you probably don't, but maybe deep inside you dislike someone as well. It's normal. It's nothing unusual. What are you gonna do? That's the way it is.
Yeah, I
Bear, let me ask you something, Bear.
What's up? Timmy's napping, by the way, so we shouldn't
that's
be very
okay.
loud. You know.
Yeah, just guys, just
It's a
lower your
smooth
volume.
talk, smooth
Hey,
jazz.
Timmy, you better
smooth
start up
jazz.
a stream. We'll roll over to your stream. You got to wake up for the super chats. Are you
Well,
doing a show afterwards?
Yeah, of course. That's why I'm taking a bit of a
Yeah,
rest.
set it up for
rest.
30 minutes, Tim. 30 minutes time.
Oh, I
Okay.
already set it up.
Okay.
So
It's
I'll-
dead tonight, Archie. The super chats are dead. We can wrap it up earlier anyway. You know.
make it 15 minutes then, Timmy.
okay.
All right.
15 minutes.
15
15
minutes.
minutes.
Bear,
15
I had a
minutes.
good chat to you there. I wanted to ask you something. You
Great
had
conversation.
opportunities. I must admit, to get those jobs like the manager, you say 80,000. That's fucking competitive to get that job. You know how hard it is to get that
I know.
job? That's not fucking easy, Bear.
Yeah, I know, but I do have a certain level of education and skills, so it wasn't just
Yes.
good looks, and I had a good looks as well.
Tell me this, Bear. When did you make your first $1 million, Bear?
I was hoping you're not gonna get into that conversation. That's a
That's a
Great question.
personal thing.
yeah, and you know what? The money is fluid. It's not like that. It's not. When did you
suppose,
make?
I think. Well, you can ask me. I can tell you because I'm in Australia, Bear. But
Yeah, but you're doing strange things with that. You know, you can't. You know what? Like what? $1 million straight cash in a bank? I never had $1 million.
I never had $1 million, Bear. But the thing is, let me just say this to you, Bear. It's to do with the real estate's gone up, the share market's gone up, so many factors.
I am basic middle class, who is relatively comfortable. I have a great connections.
You have
which
more than
makes
$1 million in watches now.
I don't know. that's not really relevant. What I'm trying to say,
Not this month. Not this month.
my yeah, month to month, my wealth is in being diversified.
I don't measure wealth by money, Bear.
No, I know that. Oh, here talking about successful men, the Pine Barren.
Pine Barren,
Yes.
$5. New survey in the USA, a third of all people earning 250,000 and higher are living paycheck to paycheck.
Yes.
That's hard
Actually, I read
to
that. It's
believe.
funny that Pine Barren brought it up.
No, but you
I
know
mentioned
why?
that.
Let me
Listen,
tell you.
I
Let me tell
mentioned
you
that.
why.
Hang on,
You know
hang on.
why?
Pine Barren,
know
can
why?
you tell me where you read that? Because I remember reading that. I can't fucking remember where. I wanted to send Archie a link, and I can't
Bear.
remember. Go ahead, Arch.
Let me
Sorry.
tell you a confidential story, right? My dad has a client. I'm not going to name any names, but he's a
I'm so
lieutenant.
happy I'm not making more than
He's a lieutenant
250,000.
colonel.
You
Okay,
don't have those worries, eh?
Bear.
I don't have
He's
those
a
problems.
lieutenant. He's a lieutenant colonel, which is like a fucking general. Okay, in our army. Okay,
Well, it's not general. It's below general. It's lieutenant colonel. Yeah.
Okay, it's fucking high rank. Okay,
It's kind of like you're general and I'm your lieutenant colonel, right? That's the way it works. Okay, I'm below you.
now the thing is, this guy is on probably 200,000 a year as well.
Okay.
Senior military, right?
Oh yeah. They get good money, of course.
Listen to this. He's got less than $20,000 in the bank account.
What the fuck? Okay, how? Explain.
Okay.
Why?
2 or 3 marriages.
Okay, that's a big reason, of course.
Kids went to private school. He was so poor they had to sell the family home at one stage and rent because they couldn't afford the private school fees.
My goodness.
So what happened is for his career, he was in Canberra. That's the political capital of Australia, okay?
Okay.
His wife was in a different state, like a couple thousand kilometers away. So he had to pay for accommodation in Canberra and accommodation for his wife and kids to be in.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
They had a lease. She didn't work. She stayed at home she had 3 kids. I think they had 3 kids.
Okay.
Leased BMW. All they had was 20,000 and a leased BMW.
Well, okay, so his lifestyle is what got him to that. It's
And
a
also,
lifestyle,
like
actually. That's what we're
Lieutenant
talking
Colonel,
about.
he can't live. He's got to go to the restaurants. He's got to be in the country club. He's got to go and wear certain clothes. He
Of
can't go to
course, he's a upper level officer. He's a elite of the country. He's the elite.
Exactly. So you tell me. Now, admittedly, he's got a good pension when he stops working.
Yes.
Well, he will have a good pension.
Except that his wife wants to divorce him because he's also got a live-in girlfriend in Canberra, which she wasn't.
Oh, this guy's got a bigger problems than money,
Yeah, but
man.
do you
This is a
understand? Do you
mess.
understand? He's a bit of an alcoholic.
Oh, fuck, Archie. You're adding and adding and adding.
I'm just telling you
that's
this. You asked, how
disaster.
did you get into this mess? I'm just telling you the facts.
Archie, at least he's not living lie to lie like Mike the Snake.
Lie to lie. Mike, are you going to let this fucker go with stuff like what the fuck is he doing to
Here we
you?
go. Is Tim Neo $5? Is Tim getting a B job while on the stream? No. This is his New York.
He wishes,
apartment. He's
He
so
wishes.
tired. How come you're so tired, Tim? What's
Because
wrong?
he's up
I woke up-
late at night, and then he woke up earlier, and that's how it
Yeah.
goes.
Yeah, I was late.
Are you
yesterday
going
fixing
tomorrow
up
to that to check out?
Phillips.
Yes. That's.
Yeah.
I'm looking forward to that. I'm
Bear,
wondering-
tell me this. In your life there,
Mhm.
any good key advice someone gave you along the journey? Give me some wisdom that you picked up. I like a bit of wisdom.
I'd say I same thing I always say to my son is no matter what, just be cautious with your lifestyle. Be cautious with who you trust. Build surround yourself with successful people because interdependency is the way to go through life. And when you have a good network, you're untouchable. That's the real wealth. People think it's the money. It is people that are part of your network that make you strong. You cannot be a lonely wolf and be
Yeah,
successful.
you have to go from person to person.
It's like I literally don't have anything that I don't have partners involved. Nothing, everything that I own or everything that I'm involved, I have partnerships.
Tell me this, Bear. Besides your wife and children,
I have only one child, one son. That's it.
okay.
And he's a minimalist.
What is the biggest?
True minimalist.
What is the biggest fun? What purchases made you the happiest? Besides your wife
Purchases?
and children, I'm saying what's the happiest moments?
In the aspect of buying something, luxury items, goods, and stuff like that.
Just in life. No, regardless, forget luxury goods. What's the happiest you've been besides your wife and child?
The moment I received Canadian citizenship.
Nice. Very nice.
It gave me a freedom, total freedom. I felt for the first time equal to people around me, and I was free to do whatever I wanted to do.
Hey Archie.
Yes.
I'm gonna bid you adieu tonight.
Snake, thank you so much for coming on. We love you, Snake.
We love you,
Keep
Snake.
that
I love
foot
coming on.
raised.
I just,
Keep the foot raised. Look after the
yeah.
wound, please.
Thank you,
healing.
Mikey.
It's healed. It's healing wonderfully. It's
We love you, Mikey. We love you, Mikey.
Thank you. And,
I love you too, Mikey.
See all you guys later.
No worries,
And,
Mikey.
yeah, have a great night.
Great. No worries, man. See
Good
you
night.
tomorrow, man. We love you. Love you, man. Bear, let me just say this to you. Wisdom. You know, I
Mikey's
had
so
wisdom
cool.
from an Orthodox priest. He
Okay.
said, if you haven't been married 3 or 4 times, you're not really trying hard.
I don't think that's the wisdom. I think that's the craziness, but I can see Orthodox priest saying that, and I think it's really funny. Was he chubby, chunky priest who enjoys life?
I think so.
Definitely, I can see that. We have those in our faith. Orthodox faith is full of the chubby priests who love to eat and enjoy life. Very hedonistic crowd.
I got to tell you, you know, Bear, I tell you, I've met a lot of super rich people. Like, I mean, I say rich, I mean private jets.
Right.
And I never really been that jealous. I remember I met one
Me
guy.
neither.
More of a
He's so
curse.
busy. He's always got people at him. How do I do this?
With-
How do I do that?
With me, when
Always.
it comes to the rich people like that you're describing, I either admire their achievements or I'm being annoyed by their personality. If they are a personality that's actually like perfect example, I'm gonna give you example of the person that's really wealthy, and I love his personality is a bondage and discipline.
Yes.
There is a
Great guy.
perfect example. The medium one, like we can call Cars and Chrono, he can be very fucking annoying, but he can also be very interesting.
Yes. Yeah, he is interesting.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah.
So there's that type of person. Then you have a fucking this Q guy who fucking annoys the shit in me. He's not even that wealthy, but he likes this flexing shit, and that shits me. Okay.
What should
That
I've
annoys
done
me.
a bit of showcasing myself to people I've known. How do I apologize for showcasing?
What the fuck are you showcasing? Seriously, you're comical. What are you showcasing? You're fucking briefcases and shit. Like, what are you showcasing?
Yeah, say I've
Okay.
showcased that. How do I say sorry for that? I
You're
don't want to do that.
cute. You're funny. Okay. You honestly, you don't have to say sorry to anyone. You are our Archie. We love you, man. You're our pontiff.
Okay.
You don't have to apologize for anything. You are the most transparent, generous fucking person I know. People think of you like the haters, that you're something fucking completely opposite. You're such a good dad and good person and good friend and everything. But you do this shtick and you have to. Why? Because that's your shtick and that's your method acting.
Let me say
Okay.
this to you,
It's nothing wrong.
Bear. I gotta say this. Like I had when you were poor, right? I was driving.
You know, you
taxi
were
cab.
showing us that guy that you visited in Malaysia, I believe, or wherever. The guy with the fucking ponytail.
Oh yes,
Um,
yeah,
okay.
Hong Kong, and Singapore.
See, this is a very insecure man. This is someone who needs consistent reassurance and everything. And I assure you, he has no happiness. He's surrounded with wealth. He's got a shitload of money. He married into the wealth. He has a wealth that you will never even dream to achieve. But you are more content than him. I can guarantee you that. And it's funny, because you see that in our hobby quite often. It's watches attract those people because they see another opportunity to flex, to show their wealth, to impress somebody, because they ultimately are not impressing anyone. The only people they're giving them accolades and admire them are people they pay. But deep inside, they know that that's not real admiration. Deep inside, they know that's a paid admiration. You don't get satisfaction out of it. It's kind of like when you have a sex with a prostitute. You know she's going, oh, you're the best. Oh, you fucked me hard. Oh, you're amazing. But in reality, she thinks you're a fucking douchebag.
That's
How
what they do.
about Bear? How about Bear? Bear? How about
Mm.
when the same prostitute then gives you a freebie?
Well, that's a
When
big
the
achievement.
freebie.
Yeah, that's
Sorry?
actually achievement because
That means
all
she
it-
likes you.
she likes you.
I've had a couple
Right.
prostitutes who have given me freebies, Bear.
I'm not
Wow.
surprised. You're a very charming man.
But I got to tell you something. Something weird. Can I tell you something really strange, Bear?
What's
Tell
strange?
me.
Tell us something strange.
Like it was amazing to get a Sky Dweller, right?
Mm-hmm.
But that's I remember when you actually asked me,
It was
and I want to
amazing.
share with the punters. I want to share to the punters because they don't know your quiet side, the side that's not exposed on this channel. I remember you asking me, and you said, "Bear, I feel weird. I don't want this. I don't want to take guys Skyward. It's too big of a gift. I don't feel it's right. I don't feel it's right." And I said to you, he would not offer it if it's hurting him. He would not offer that if he is actually feeling that's going to be a problem for him. He's offering it because he is enjoying that. Now, I did not know him well at the time, so there was two possibilities. He genuinely likes you and wants to represent community in giving you some type of achievement, recognition, or he wants to flex because it's an amazing flex. And guess
Great
what?
flex.
He did not flex. He did not flex. He did this for a simple reason because he wanted to make you happy. He wanted to thank you for
Your
years of entertainment. Service is a strong word. Entertainment. And out of it came even more friendship and I think it's beautiful.
And
I
more
think it's
entertainment.
I got to tell you, Bear. The funny thing is, probably the top 20 things in my life, I'd have to include those freebies from those hookers in that.
Hey, listen, I understand what you're saying. I'm not a big fan of hookers, to be honest with you.
No,
I
understand that.
I had a very bad experience when I was really young in Yugoslavia.
Sure.
And I was going with these fucking friends, and they like paid to to take the virginity off, right? And she's like, "What the fuck are you waiting? Are you fucking getting on me, or what the fuck is going on?" And I'm like, "Fuck me, Dad. What the fuck is going?"
That's
I was
not
a kid. I was a kid.
Yes.
So I built certain resentment toward that. I guess.
I must admit, the Eastern European ones can be very vicious.
Oh, fuck me, Dad, Archie. She was nasty. Nasty.
Yes. Bear.
Speaking of nasty.
Hey.
Hello, Lolex.
Hey, Lolex. How are you?
Eugene. Hello,
By,
Eugene.
by the way, guys, OC's asked the question, the original OC.
Yeah.
He says, ArchieLuxury live stream. What do you think of the 5711? Would you trade all your paddocks for a 5711 blue dial? Let me say this to you, the original OC. No, that watch doesn't really interest me. But if it was a 5270, maybe. Okay.
I love 5270.
5270.
But it's not worth that much.
Perpetual
You
calendar.
trade all watches?
Yeah. Well, look, maybe how about a 5905? let's say, annual calendar chronograph? Possibly.
They went up significantly. Maybe in white gold, they're cheaper, 270. Not the, you talking about the salmon dial one, right?
Any. Doesn't
Oh,
matter. Doesn't matter.
okay.
Whatever, you know.
Yeah.
Guys, Lolex, it's good to have you here.
Lolex, please.
Just taking a break. Wanted to pop on, say what's going on. Say hi.
I'm just
Nice to
about
see.
to-
Nice to see you,
I'm
Lolex.
just
Nice to
about
see
to
you, buddy.
transfer the transmission to Timmy's stream.
Transferring the transmission.
Guys, it was great to have you on. I will be back tomorrow. Bear, it was really nice to have a chat with you. I really did enjoy talking to you about your life. I
Thank you, Archie.
find that really interesting. Can I just tell you one thing, that biggest letdown in my life?
Tell me.
I got to say this honestly to you. The biggest letdown was I had some business success early on, Bear. Okay.
Yes, I know that. I know that.
And what I found really difficult was that this is particularly from, I'm not going to name too many, but some family members and that, they went from looking up to me to looking down to me. And I kind of thought, in business, the businessman who say he's worth considerable money and then he goes bankrupt, as the bankrupt, he's still the same man with more experience, isn't he?
Agreed.
Mm-hmm.
Like
Agreed.
sometimes you need adversity. That's when, like, it's like officer training school. They don't just say to you, everything will be great. How do you drink whiskeys and how do you do this? They get you to deal with fucking terrible situations. What do you do when everything is a disaster? What do you do when everything has gone bad?
Exactly.
You know what I mean? They want to see how you react under pressure, not when everything is going well.
Exactly.
And I gotta say, that's probably the biggest letdown, was that I had people who looked up to me who then wouldn't listen to anything I said, even though that was a topic I knew a lot about.
I understand
So
exactly what you're saying.
that was kind of upsetting, you know?
Of course. Of course.
And
But you also learned about human nature and how people perceive things and so on. You can evaluate things from your past when you were down and when you're up, and you know exactly who is who and what is what. So that's what makes that experience so valuable.
yeah, it's I must say, Bear, it's always good to be up. Being down is not good, you know?
Of course not, man.
Yeah, it sucks.
Of course not.
And the thing is, I found is that when I was successful and I thought this would last forever, that's when it goes to shit.
Yep.
When I always say to myself, you know, this is enjoyable, enjoy it whilst you can, because this could turn to shit very quickly. You've always got to be cautious. And I think that's where a lot of movie stars and celebrities go wrong. They're earning big bucks and they think it's going to last forever. So
there's a similar problem they have as the rich douchebags. They're surrounded with yes men. They are detached from reality, and they're not in position to actually fully understand their strengths and weaknesses. And if it fails for them, oh fuck, man, those are painful falls. People who are more in touch with their reality and they can hit the ground and get up and run again, those are the people I admire. Those are the people I actually want to hear and get advice from.
One thing I found there, one thing I found is who I was in my 20s, right? Is very similar to who I am now.
Oh.
And what I mean by that is, in my 20s, I had my own business. I was working for myself. I had things. I did certain things. And people said, oh, you were just lucky. It was just this. But the funny thing is now, I'm not in that same business. That business was computer hardware and software type
Yes.
business.
Mhm.
I'm still in technology, but I'm technically in technology.
Technically.
I'm working for myself.
Mhm.
And I mean, I'm not super successful. I wasn't super successful in the other business,
You
but I mean,
did something that many businesses do well. You found the niche. You
it's
have
very
the
hard
niche.
to find. I spent fucking 15 years to find the niche, Bear. Believe you me, that was not
I
easy
know.
to find the niche.
It never is. Not every business is based on a huge fucking revenues and huge market and huge success. A large portion of business is about niche market. It's about
One thing I will say that was amazing.
Super chat.
Instead of just one, I'll just grab this super chat, then I'll tell you something amazing. The Pine Baron, $5. A professional football player I know said, millionaires living like billionaires is a recipe for disaster and is why many of them go broke. Good point.
Well said, Pine Baron. Well said, sir.
Yeah.
One thing that I found very interesting, I don't know if you've heard of the car called a Lotus.
Of
It's
course.
a British sports car.
Yeah.
And they were famous, like American cars, if they want to go faster, they put a bigger engine in. Okay.
Right.
That's their formula. The Germans, they use technology.
Right.
Okay. But Lotus, what Lotus did is he said, if you want to increase speed, remove weight. So they always made it light as possible so that they actually use fiberglass and but that's always, and the reason I tell you this story is, okay, because people say, I want to be rich or I want to achieve certain goals. And they say, well, I need to earn more money. I need a better paying job. Right. But what I'm saying is it's not necessarily earning more money. What about if you have less costs?
Exactly.
Cut the
Like,
expenses.
I'll tell you the truth. When I started YouTube full time, I was earning about 2,000 Aussie a month.
Yes.
And if you don't have 20 credit cards, you don't have a car loan, you don't have all this shit, I could survive on that.
Yes.
But I mean, I know people who their car payment was more than 2,000 a month.
Of course. Of course.
Okay. Like in my country, a good 5 Series or a 7 Series or an S Class is 2,000 to 3,000 a month. Okay, that's what it costs. That's just the payment, not to mention running costs, fuel, and insurance, etc. But what I'm trying to say is,
just on financing. Yeah.
if you keep your costs low, like if your house is paid off, let's just say hypothetically your accommodation, all you got to do is pay rates. You got to pay rates, water, okay, you've still got to pay services, but say you don't have a mortgage. You could earn substantially less than if you had to service the mortgage. And if you earn substantially less, say you work from home, Brown G Force, $5. Good chat today, guys. Thank you, Brown G Force.
Thank you, Bobby.
Say you earn less. Well, if you work from home, well, you don't have to pay for transport. You don't have to pay for the bus, or you don't have to buy lunch. You don't have to do this. There's a lot of ways you can really earn. It's not so much how much you earn that's important. It's how much do you spend. Now, the thing is, obviously, it's nicer to be able to go and buy a Starbucks or if you go to a hotel. You know, I remember years ago, Bear, let me just tell you one story, then I'll finish. We used to go to this park, and what we used to do is it had down at the water, it's called the Powerhouse Museum. They had a bar there. And me and the wife, in the baby's pram, we used to sneak a bottle of wine in with glasses and pretend we'd bought wine at this bar when we'd actually snuck it in.
Cute.
And I said to her, one day, I want to be able to buy wine at this place. Does that make sense?
Makes sense to me.
not sneaking it in. You know what I mean?
Right.
And that's because it was so expensive. It was, if you buy 2 wines, it's like $20, whereas the bottle of wine I brought from the bottle-o was actually $5, $6. It was a clean skin,
Right.
and that was the whole bottle. You know what I mean, Bear?
I know what you mean, Paul.
And I remember years ago, my dad said, my stepbrother was having a birthday. He said, "Oh, we're just going down to the local club. It's like an RSL club. It's like it has a bit of a pokey thing, just like a." He said, "Look, why don't you come with us? We're just going." I said, "Dad, I can't afford it. That's a week's groceries. That's what we spend on groceries. I don't." He said, "Oh, don't worry about it. I'll pay." I said, "Dad, I don't want you to pay because I don't want to kiss your ass to say thank you. I want to say no."
Very good point.
Does that make sense to you or not?
100%.
I said to him, "It's too expensive. I don't have the money and I don't want to go." I said, "I don't mind." I said, "If I had money, I would have actually liked to have gone. It would have been cool to go." But I said, "I don't have the money and I don't want to kiss your ass in gratitude afterwards."
Exactly. Exactly. Kissing ass is painful thing.
I don't like it, Bear. I don't like it,
Unfortunately, in your business, it has to happen occasionally. However,
Bear, if I coat it in sugar and honey, I find I can lick all the asses I need.
no, I know, but you still manage to find a way to keep it real. And this is what makes you so fucking awesome. Because you have ability to say exactly as is. And you're still going to continue with your business because people will respect and appreciate honesty. I'm talking about core of your business, giving advice on watches, for example. You will call
Bear,
it as you see it.
I got to wrap this baby up.
Okay, sir.
Thank you for coming on. We needed
Thank you for having
Bear.
me. Thank you.
Needed
We
you.
didn't
It
do
was
well on
flat.
Super Chats today. It was really, really slow day, but I have to say I enjoyed talking with you, Arch. And,
I really enjoyed to talk to the bear, see what the bear life is really like there.
Thank you, man.
Brown G-Force, $5. Good chat today, guys. Indeed.
Great
chat.
Timmy,
Great chat,
I put
guys.
the link. I put the link for you, Timmy.
Yeah. You have
gotta pick up the flow.
transcript?
Pick up the flow, Timmy.
By the way, quick question: do you guys think the snake will ever stop lying?
Super Chat from Insider Information, $1.99. Careful codes.
YouTube ending live streams next. What? Careful, of course. YouTube ending live streams next year. When's this,
Hope
man?
not. That would not be a good news.
That's not good.
How it goes there.
Hey, listen, you think that marriage that Tim is dealing with is going to survive, or what's your thoughts on that?
I can't see it going there. Maybe
Things
she
are
just
not
wants
looking good.
attention from him.
Yeah, man, she needs to smile a little more. What do you think?
I know, Bear. She just doesn't seem to be. I don't know. Maybe Timmy doesn't know how to behave.
You kept the stream running, you son of a son.
Oh, shit. I did not
Right,
see
camera